basketball the only sport where you gotta have an aura and some swag for motherfuckers to like you, bro. That's
Straight
all I'm
up.
saying,
You
bro.
gotta have a little.
He
Yeah.
the dude. He EJ. He gonna come to the court. He ain't gonna have no
I ain't
name
corny,
brand shit
hoe. Fuck you
on.
talking about? I ain't corny, bitch ass. Fuck you talking
I
about?
had to throw the
Fuck
jab.
you
I had to
talking
throw the
about?
jab. I had to throw the
Man,
jab.
he
But
ain't,
nah, he
look,
gonna
he
come to
talking
the
about
court.
the swag.
I'm just talking about
I
the
know
sweat.
what
He'll
you
come to the
saying.
court.
He
He'll
gonna
come to
come
the
to the
court.
It
court
said
straight
EJ
business.
corny.
I mean, fuck him,
Nah,
man.
nah.
What
I
you?
would
Yeah,
come.
that was
I just
I
crazy.
can't help
had
it.
to.
Yeah,
Walk
that was
out,
crazy.
come back.
I had to jab him because he talk shit to me all the time. But no,
That
but
was
like
crazy.
the dude out there with the drunk V-neck t-shirt on, the socks
Oh
that's
yeah,
too
Oh
that's
long.
my
Nurk.
Come out
I
there.
do
god.
out there
That's
looking crazy.
Halliburton. That's Halliburton.
Man, EJ
No,
be there
Nurk.
just to goddamn
You
get buckets
remember
and strap
But
up.
when I
that
played
nigga Ian
against
come
Trey
with two
that day?
mismatched socks on, bro.
That's facts.
Welcome to eLab, your ultimate basketball laboratory, where we dissect the game from every angle.
You are watching a master at work.
And
Good.
shout out to Coco. Yeah, man. Shout out to Coco, man. First
Yeah, yeah.
American tennis player to win since Serena Williams in 2015, bro. She actually won all three finals this year. She lost to Ariana, and then she lost to Jasmine Polina. Then she won the French Open, bro. She got two Grand Slams, bro. She won in 2023 as well. She won the U.S. Open, man. So shout
U.S.
out to
Open,
her,
right?
bro. Yeah, man. Shout out to her from
And this
Atlanta too,
all
and she from Atlanta.
and this all before 22 years old.
21. She 21 years old.
And she
I'm
black, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's
that
just, it's crazy, man.
it hit
She
her
like,
different.
yeah, she hitting them milestones like Serena. So,
Hmm. Yeah.
she's special, man. She's
I'm
special.
surprised Ariana said that about her, saying that she was
That
like, I didn't think she played well, and I don't. It was kind of like she didn't take her serious. Like she pretty much was saying like she didn't think Coco was like that, even though like they series was like 5-5 going into this. Like Coco is one of her biggest competitors. You feel me?
yeah, it
Hey
was it
man.
was. Go ahead, Ray.
Oh, haters gonna hate, man. Hey, you
Yeah,
lose, you lose. It be like that.
that was
Yeah,
some
that's
of
a
the
fact.
craziest hate I ever seen from a tennis press conference. Like usually they be
Yeah.
like on some respectful, like, they play great, blah blah blah. But she
Hmm.
was like extra hate. Like
Hmm.
she
You
doubled down on it. Like
you
Yeah.
she the egg would have beat her and she didn't really play good. I just played bad. Like,
Yep. She said she
oh,
ain't played
okay.
good. She said she was hitting the ball so far out of the zone. She was surprised that they was hitting on the court. She was like, it was like somebody was looking up from God, looking down from heaven, just laughing at me or something.
bro, there
Like
was
she had
20
angels in
there
the
was
outfield or
25
something.
breaks.
Yeah. 70 unforced errors by Ariana, man. I was just
Yeah.
like Dirk said, I was just surprised at the amount of hate because they don't. She had just lost. So keep in mind this, right? Ariana lost to Quinn. She lost to Quinn in the last one, and then she also lost to the girl that be whooping Iga, Giuliana Ostapenko or something. She lost to her.
Ostapenko.
Ostapenko. She didn't have that energy for them though. She didn't have that energy when she lost against them two. And then now
Man,
she
y'all
coming to
know.
lose
Yeah.
to Coco.
You
She
know
talking
why it
Man,
is.
heavy.
I was just
You
say
know
y'all
why
know
I
it
what
is.
it
know,
is,
but I'm
man. I
You
was
just,
just
know
say
I'm,
why
y'all
it
it
know
is.
what
just,
it is.
We ain't got to talk
Yeah,
about
we
it, but
all
you know
know.
why it is.
You
We
know what
all
it
know
it
is.
why.
just, I know,
You
man.
know.
It just,
It,
but
it hit
You know
it
anyway,
how
hit
they
go
different.
ahead.
It hit different when it was on U.S. soil. The person that actually took it home on French Open, and then
Yeah,
the last person that did it was her idol, Serena. So it hit
yeah,
different, bro. It,
that's
it
a fact.
sting those type of people up there over there.
Yeah, man. But
Hey,
Hey man,
was
that
Serena in the other girl box? Or was I
she
tripping?
was, she
Didn't
was
somebody
actually
she
on
was.
Sabalenka's side. She
Yeah,
was
she
actually
was.
rooting for Saba. Yeah, she
what
was, man.
what is that about?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's weird to me too. That was
She
weird
she
too.
said she said I love Coco, but don't get me twisted. Saba's my girl. Or so she said something to that effect. Like she was
It
rocking with
might
Saba.
they might have a deeper connection or something. But I seen Coco with Venus not like on one of them
She
shows a
was
couple
with
of weeks
Venus
ago.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was
she
with
was
And,
on
Venus.
and
like
the
Yeah.
reason why she been
Somebody
rocking with Saba is because she been playing with her all her career for real. Like
mhm.
Oh, okay.
Saba caught the majority of like the last quarter of Serena's career, and then she actually beat Serena in big tournaments. So
Okay.
that's just
Okay.
a little bit of background. That's it.
That's
It's just
cool.
bad optics. It just looked like bad optics to me. Like
It's bad optics, but
cool, like
you gotta know the full story. That's all.
I
I
feel
don't care. I'm
like
still going with the home team.
yeah,
I know.
or just
I
not I'm
get
just
it.
not gonna sit in her box. Like I'll sit
Yeah.
in a you know what I'm saying? In a
Yeah.
regular seat. I don't know. It was
She
I
ain't
feel
want to
you.
keep it. She
she
didn't want to keep it
black.
neutral.
She said she picked a
Yeah.
side, huh? That's what it
She
is.
picked
She
the
picked a
side, and she stood
side.
on it.
Yeah.
Dirt. That shit.
Yeah.
So she picked a side.
Yeah.
We may not
Yeah,
agree with
man.
it,
I
but hey,
respect it. Yeah, she picked it. She picked
Hey,
it.
hey, listen.
It's cool though. Hey, anyway, she got it though. Coco got it, man. Shout out to her. Clay season
Yeah.
came to an end, bro. So shout out
Not
to
yet, not yet. Hold
Coco.
on, bro.
They got another Clay.
Carlos and Janik is playing
Oh,
right
they
now.
playing
Hold
right
on,
now.
hold
Yeah,
on. Just
Yeah, I
be
no.
got it
It
on
cool.
the
was 3-3.
TV. Yeah, I got
Be
It was
cool, bro.
3-3
And then
when I
Janik walked them down, being down 3-2. He's
it's
up, I think.
6-4. Yeah, 6-4. Center just won the
who
first
won the
set.
first set?
Janik.
Who did?
Center just won the first set.
Center. Ooh, yeah, but man, hey man, this French Open
6-4.
been fire. This been fire
Yeah,
though. But yeah, man, shout
Yeah.
out to Coco, man. I
for
want to ask
sure.
y'all this, bro. Switch your speed a little bit. What happened with the Keyshawn Davis stuff? Ted, I seen you posted that he beat
All
up.
right.
They ended up
So
jumping somebody.
basically, going all the way back, probably like 2 or 3 days ago. So basically, there's a guy named Abdullah Mason that's up and coming, and whatever the case may
Yeah.
be. He's really, really good.
Like I like
And
him.
so they was going up and
Yeah,
they
he
was building
fought.
up. Thank you, baby. So they was building up for the press conference and stuff like that. And he was like, "Yeah, man, just talking hella shit like Mason, you better not lose, right?" So then 2 days ago, he went in for the weigh-in because he was defending his WBO belt, and he missed it by 4.6 pounds, which is a lot when it comes to boxing because you got a whole
Absolutely.
camp to get to
Like,
weight.
oh,
And
Yeah.
this was your first title defense since you got the WBO because Shakur and Tank got the WBA and WBC. So, anyways, so they were like, all right. So they asked the guy that he was about to fight, that just fought Shakur not too long ago, and said, "What are the stipulations? Because whether you win or lose is not going to be on your record, and you can fight for the whole purse, and Keyshawn gonna fight for free." And
Oh.
that's it. And you won't get a title. You won't become the interim. Like, there's no way that you could get this WBO even if you win. So he was like, "Oh no, I'm good. I don't want to fight.
Yeah, fact. That's a waste of
Call it
time.
off. Call it off, or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be." So then last night it was at the Scope. They Keyshawn older brother Kelvin fought this other guy, and he lost. So then Keyshawn, Keon, and Kelvin all went into the locker room of where Buddy was at after the fight and was talking junk. They was going back and forth. Keyshawn got in his face, headbutted him, and they had him like basically against the wall and jumped him. They just roughed him up. I mean, you could see
This
like
is
he had
after the
lumps.
fight. This is after the
Yeah,
fight.
this is after the dude beat the oldest brother.
Look at Red
So-
smiling because he knows
so-
he do the same thing. Look,
So
that's
basically
right up his
they
alley.
was popping shit to him,
no.
and he was just like basically like just keeping it boxing. He said, "Look, bro, a L is a L," and then they just jumped on his ass. So
I don't respect that. That's like
when they jumped on his ass or whatever the case may be, they were like, he lost all the sponsorships. He lost WBO. He's trying to intend. So he's at 135. So he wants to go to 140. But if he goes to 140, then he got to deal with Hitchens, Russell, and Teofimo Lopez. He don't want to do that. I don't know why he
Yeah,
wants to go to
because
140.
Teofimo Lopez is tough.
Like
So-
Gary Russell
He
too.
just fought like
And
2 years ago.
Gary Russell is a knockout
Yeah.
artist, and he went up in weight or intended to put up weight. But my thing is this: so a lot of people don't know when you are a belt holder, you get sanctioned for it. So they make you pay to hold the belt.
Mhm. Yeah, you gotta pay for your belt.
But since that was your first title defense, he got his purse was like $350. But then in order to sanction the WBO, you get charged $250K, and he was like, "It's not worth it." But listen, so you affect your legacy. So even though you got $100K large as your ends, why do you feel like that's not worth it? Now you're not gonna get endorsed. Now they not gonna let you fight at home. A lot of things that you done did last night that messed up your stock, no matter how good of a fighter you are, because you was up and coming. It's not like you solidified
Yeah,
yet.
right,
So I got a
right.
big problem with that. But
Dang.
And that's all Keyshawn Davis stuff. We talking about Keyshawn Davis did all this, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
Hey.
he nice though, but that's
Last I heard, I thought he was supposed to be the next guy that they wanted Tank to fight. I heard he was in that
You
conversation.
can't jump. You
with that.
can't
He
jump
can't
like
jump up
that
like
though.
that. Yeah,
You can't jump like that. You can't jump like that because people don't
Like
realize
different weight classes when you say jump like that. Ted, what
Nah.
you mean?
So when you at
Nah.
135,
Yeah.
Mhm.
there's 4 different things that you have to have for belt holders. You can either have the IBF, the WBO, WBC, WA, and WBC. WBC and WBA are literally the higher ones, higher respected belts that you have in that
Yeah,
division.
yeah.
IBF, Lomachenko just had it, but he just retired. But they already
he
had an
retired.
interim. So you supposed to fight the IBF guy. You can't just jump and go fight Tank.
Oh,
You ain't got enough on your resume yet.
Yeah, he
okay.
ain't got
And so-
enough. He don't got enough draw or pull to even fight Tank anyway.
And I mean, and with this, I mean, he just knocked out. My bad. Go ahead, Derry. I mean, it sounds like he just
Yeah,
knocked
no,
out.
you
Period
right.
now. Dang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, and on
yeah, it's a
another note,
bad move.
Hey, you
Who done
see,
said?
Deion said he had to pay for 250 for like the Hall of Fame.
Deion Sanders?
Yeah, he said the Hall of Fame ain't free.
They make you pay to be in
Mm.
there?
Yeah,
You
None of
got
like
this
to
makes
pay for
sense to
250.
me.
everything.
Don't get, because I'm like,
Yeah,
don't
he
give
said.
me a belt and make me pay for it. I don't want the belt. I just want
Hey,
the name.
because
I
that's
want
that's what made me
fuck
think
out of here.
about it. Because I was just watching an interview. He was like, it's like 250,000. Like you got to up raise like 250,000 for the Hall of Fame. He was like,
Right?
either he said either your team can pay for it or you can pay for it out of pocket. He said his team's paid for it. But then you think
Oh,
about people like To and shit like that, and he was like, To did the right thing because he had like a group of teams pay for it. But that's some
yeah.
shit I heard that day.
Dang.
Yeah, it's
That
crazy.
don't even make
Well, you
sense
just
to me.
gotta
But I
pay for
guess,
everything, bro. And you just
Yeah,
gotta pay
man.
for
damn, bro. What?
everything, bro. That's
I'm paying for
crazy, bro.
greatness at this point. I
250
was
grand is
cold.
insane. 250
Yeah,
That's
grand is insane. You know how
insane,
much
bro.
money Deion Sanders brought the NFL to then
well, he said
charge
he didn't.
me?
Well, he said he didn't pay for it. He said his teams
I
paid
know. I'm
for it.
just
But
saying though. I'm just saying.
that's
If you're a
crazy.
Hall
That's
of Famer,
crazy.
I'm assuming at some
What
point
am I
you're a
paying
draw.
for?
But you
Yeah.
He
gotta think
said
about all that stuff ain't free anyways though.
he
That's just
said
like
some of the
paying for
players can't make
that's
it
like
though.
paying for a star on Hollywood.
Imagine being a player like
What's
that,
Zell?
and you weasel in, you barely get in, and you got to pay 250.
That's what he said. Chad. That's why people like Chad will never get in. Chad was like, "Fuck it."
Yeah,
Zell, what you
Chad
was
ain't.
saying ain't free, Zell? What you say ain't
Nah,
free?
I'm saying all that stuff ain't free. That's just like people who want the Hollywood stars and
Go
stuff.
start.
They
Yeah.
gotta all pay for that stuff too. And I
Yeah.
feel like when people win the NBA championship, each player they get a championship trophy. So I feel
Yeah.
like they
Oh,
probably
do
take a
that.
fee out for that too. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
I ain't thinking
cool.
about that.
if you watch
I didn't
certain
know that.
players, if you look at certain players' crib, you look at these players got all these championship trophies. You be like, why did this player got a trophy out of all the players on the team? But
Yeah,
why?
they all get one.
So
Yeah.
when you know
I
stuff
feel
like
that.
that, yeah.
I feel that, Zell, but I feel like the team should pay for it. Like he said, I feel like that shouldn't
I'm with
fall
you.
on me, bro.
Nah, yeah,
If
yeah, yeah.
again,
You definitely should pay
if I
for it.
just won a championship for the team, we should
Yeah.
have had we should have had some money set aside to pay for all of this. These are billion
What
dollar corporations, bro.
what
These are-
is 250,000 paying for?
Right.
the
Maybe
The
material,
maybe
the
jacket?
cost of
The
the
Jacket.
jacket?
material,
You gotta pay for that jacket. You gotta
maybe
the
pay for that
patches.
bus,
The
that little
statue?
God,
statue.
dog.
maybe the ceremony. Maybe it's like all maybe they
Maybe
just
Yeah.
yeah.
take 250 from each player for the whole ceremony and they
Right,
just keep it in the pot.
them tickets probably cost too.
Man, they
All my family
raking
members.
in, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
Man,
man.
they
They
raking
gonna
in,
find a way to
bro.
get theirs, ain't they? They gonna
Man, they gonna
find a
find a
way.
way to get their money.
You get
Hey,
That's
you
look,
get
it.
you
They
get
get
that 250 off parking lot tickets,
come on,
parking
yeah,
lot
bro.
man.
I'm
fees.
just like, what?
Like
What
you
are
ain't
you
even
talking
got you
about?
don't even need to hit
Man,
Come
nobody
on,
they
credit
bro.
they
Billion
in
card.
dollar
Ohio.
corporation.
Ohio need that help, man.
It was
Ohio
crazy. I
need
ain't
it.
going back and look at
Can't
my statue
Ohio need
no way. I
that?
wouldn't get no 250.
Hey,
250 is
I ain't coming
crazy,
up
bro.
on.
I'm building
I ain't
250
coming
I'm
up
building
crazy.
on.
shit at the house. I ain't
like
coming
Zell
back.
said, that's for Canton, Ohio for the roads and stuff like that.
But Ted,
Gotta be.
That's
But what I'm saying though, Ted, once them players leave, they ain't going back to Canton, Ohio to look at that shit. They seen that shit one time. I'd rather
true. We
spend that
probably
two
can't.
fifty to
Yeah,
get that
Never.
shit built at home.
maybe take the
No,
Never.
grandkids and another
after
10
that
years.
inductee, yeah,
I say
they
once
not
a
going
year.
back. They don't go back
Yeah.
to go visit their statues and they
Yeah.
stuff like that. No, bro.
I
Mm-mm.
know this.
Never
Ain't
going
a
back to
reason. I know
Canton.
him. I seen it. That's
Yeah, I
me.
seen it.
Yeah, it's me.
And
Right.
Hey,
everybody know me. So anytime I come on to like ESPN or whatever, Hall of Fame, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Fact.
yeah,
If I'm paying 250, I'm walking that motherfucker out when I leave. I'm walking out there
yeah, bro.
walking that
Come
bitch
on,
out like
bro.
that when I leave. I'm walking out like that when I leave.
It should be two of them, so one
Right.
can stay. It should give me one to
Now
go.
that I would pay for,
Yeah.
Dirt. I would actually
Yeah.
I
pay
pay
for
for
that.
that
Yeah,
one.
I
Yeah.
would definitely pay to take
yeah,
my own personal statue. That makes sense. I can
At,
get
at
with
yeah.
that.
least at least a smaller one or something. You
A
know what I'm saying?
small.
I ain't gotta get the
I can
full
Yeah.
size. I
definitely
can
get
get
with that.
something.
250.
Yeah,
I
I
need
can
to
get
get
with
the
that.
full size one.
Man, I'm
Hey,
with Dur on that one. Make
I'm
sure you
leaving
put my
with
shit in the
something.
seatbelt
I'm
too.
leaving with
You
something.
need to with something. Y'all
Yeah,
Put
not
my
stupid.
just
shit in
that
the
suit,
seatbelt.
not just that suit jacket. We
Hey,
good, man.
look, y'all. Look at this, man. Look at this. I wanted to ask y'all because we didn't get to talk about this. I think I don't know if it just came up though. With Tibbs getting fired. Tibbs getting
Oh
fired out of New
yeah.
York, man. So Tibbs getting
He still
fired. And go
good.
ahead. I was gonna tie it with Giannis, right? Because I know we had discussions
Okay.
about where Giannis may go, and with Tibbs getting fired, is New York a prime location? If I'm tying a lot of hypotheticals together because if you get Mike
Hmm.
Malone out in New York, I would love to see Giannis go out there and play with him.
But
But y'all
this the
talk to me.
reason I
What y'all
say
think about?
that.
Go ahead, Rick.
I go real quick. The reason I say Mike Malone or Tibbs shouldn't take a job because if they take a job, they forfeit the money they owe from both of those old contracts. With Tibbs,
Mm.
I think I think he's still was it 30 million or somewhere in that. What is that
Yeah,
what
it's
I tell
30
you? Was
million.
it
That's
30
right.
million?
It's 30.
30
Yeah,
million?
yeah,
And he
yeah.
got 30 million on the table, and then you got Tibbs. I think he got like 15 to 20 million on the table.
Something like that.
So
Malone got 15 to
so
20. Mm-hmm.
I mean yeah, Malone. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
You good?
So
You
if
good?
they take a job. They forfeit their money. I'd rather just sit at home and get
Would
paid.
you
Take that
would you
year
take
off. Sign the ESPN or something. Get a little Amazon, NBC
Yeah.
money for a year.
Because Mike Malone already doing broadcasting.
Yeah.
But how much money is that though? I mean, like it's not 30 million per year, right? It's like over
Nah, it's broke
Nah.
down. It's like 10 million a year or something like that, if I'm not
10
mistaken,
million a year, something like that.
from
I
Mike
mean,
Malone the time. Yeah.
they can take the job. I thought you was gonna say the fact that you don't want to take a job in New York. That's what I thought
I
you was
wouldn't do
gonna
that
say.
neither.
Like,
I mean
But I'm
that too though.
that's
but
what
I'm
I
saying
was
why
gonna
would I
say.
leave? But why would I leave my house if I got 10 sitting here, 10 per year?
Because
I
they got
think
$10
Tibbs.
million lifestyles too, though, Red.
That's
You
true,
feel me? If
but
I
Tibbs. I think Tibbs getting 7 million a year, if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
yeah,
It's like
But
7 million a year. Yeah. So
oh,
what you about to say,
I
Dave?
mean, what is Mike Malone? What's the needle being moved if we switch from Tibbs to Mike Malone?
he just a better. I think he's a better
Championship. It
coach.
just sounds better
I
because he got a
think
championship.
yeah. I think Mike
He
Malone he
got a
does.
championship because he had Jokic. Look, the NBA, man. It's based on players, bro. Like
I'm
let's
with you
keep
on
it
this.
above,
I'm
All
with you.
right.
bro. Tibbs,
He froze.
Man, he froze. He froze, man.
He froze.
He about
He
Hey,
froze
he
because
about
I
to say
wanted to
something
hear it. Look,
crazy.
he
with
had me
He
ready
about
to
to say
listen.
something crazy.
with Tibbs, I
There you
only
go.
want
You
to play
froze.
with
Go
Tibbs
again, there. You
if I.
froze.
I'm back. I'm
Oh, go
back.
ahead. Yeah,
You
yeah, go
back.
ahead. Yeah.
Yo, Tibbs he had Jalen Brunson, cat like you talked about, two dudes that can score. He had OG and Miles and the suspect bench. I just don't
Right.
know really what they thought, like what the ceiling is for the team. Like, and I don't think Mike Malone gonna raise it if you don't change the roster. And I don't think
Yeah.
that. I just don't think
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
I think we put a lot of weight on coaches in the
Coaches. Yeah.
NBA, right? And at the end of the day, Mike Malone, Rick Brunson,
Yeah.
Tibbs, Spike Lee, Jalen Brunson gonna have the rock.
He
He
gonna have the
gonna do
rock.
what he
Yeah.
want with it.
He gonna have the rock.
That's
He
You're
true.
right.
gonna do
That's
what he
true.
want with it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He still ain't gonna be able to play defense, and
Yeah.
Cat's still getting killed in the pick and roll. So Mike Malone can't change that.
They made that team specifically to beat the Celtics, which they did, but they just didn't make that team to beat no other teams. Like they can't beat. They weren't gonna beat the Pacers. The Pacers too fast. Like they weren't gonna beat.
The
So
Pacers caught him
I,
off guard.
the only thing I do say about Mike Malone, I think Mike Malone is a better X's and O's coach than Tibbs. I think Tibbs somebody you go play for when you want a contract. Like Mike Malone has had like a bunch of different personnel and he's put them in good positions. Like you said, it's a players' league, but he's done more with his talent than Tibbs has done with other players outside of the starters.
It,
That's true. That's true.
it's hard for me to say when I got Jokic.
I'm with you,
I feel like
But what
what
if you
X's
get
and O's.
if you get
Hey,
Giannis too though, Dirk? What if you get
but
Giannis?
you
Is
remember
that
but you
not?
remember they had the number
let me
one
say
bench for like
something.
2 years though. We're good.
Go ahead, Zell.
But I feel like with Mike Malone, he's good with a big type of player like that. So like if you notice, like outside of New Orleans Pelicans, DeMarcus Cousins' best year with the Kings was with Mike Malone at the coach. So
Okay.
you have a good coach. Like if Giannis can go to New York with Mike Malone and they got the right pieces around there, it'll work. But it's really all about who they bring because they got to move that team around. They got to move that
They
team
gotta move it.
around.
Hey,
And
they're
before
out.
y'all get
Go
mad,
ahead.
because Dirk, I can see it on Dirk face.
I was gonna
He
say
was
something
bringing up
there
the
real
fact
quick
that
too.
Brunson is gonna have the ball all the time. What
He
if
is.
Oh,
He
it
is.
hey, but
changes?
that's another thing too. So before Tibbs got fired, supposedly they was frustrated with Rick Brunson before he got fired.
Yeah.
So basically, Jalen's pop. So I guess with the whole usage,
Pop's starting to sound like trouble because wasn't he the reason DiVincenzo wanted out too?
in a
Yeah.
way,
But look,
I
Dirk,
don't
hey,
want
hold
to
up.
coach, bro, and your pops on the bench.
I'm with you.
First of all, like
hey, we already seen with Deion Sanders how they be tripping with
Hey,
that.
but hold on, Dirk. This is all I would say about Mike Malone, bro. I think he'll make him come off that pill a little bit.
okay.
I think
Cause all
Giannis will
Mike,
make you come off that pill if you get
when you
Giannis.
get,
Well, I'm
but
saying,
they the same player. Remember, I told you I wouldn't want to play with Giannis because he a ball stopper too.
Hold on, listen to this. Listen to this though, Ray, before you keep
I
going.
know, look, I know. I
If
knew
we
Ted was
are
gonna get
peers,
mad.
Dirk, you and I, we play ball a lot together. All three of us, we've all played ball.
Yeah,
We are more willing to pass each other the ball than I am to pass some random motherfucker that I just picked up
yeah.
that I know ain't better than
I
me. When you
agree.
got
I agree.
another guy that you know can go get it, just like Luka and Kyrie. When you got another guy that you know that can
Mm.
just go get it, are you not more willing to pass it?
But
You feel what I'm saying?
this what I was saying
If I
about
view
look
you as
Ted. This ain't no disrespect, Ted. I know that's your guy. This all I was saying about Giannis, dog. Giannis has to have a selfless point guard. He has to have a guard that can't score. Well, I ain't gonna say can't score this. That don't want to score. Like Drew Holiday was his best fit because he
Pass
could play
first.
off the ball. Giannis is
Be
a
able to play off
ball
the ball.
dominant power forward. He does not. He think he the point guard, the center, small forward, and shooting guard. He ain't giving nobody time to
What's
get in
wrong
their
with that?
positions. What I'm saying is he's not LeBron with it. He's not looking to throw that motherfucker. He's not a facilitator. He gonna score. He looking to score, so
He
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 hurts
he,
people
he been
games.
He
been
hurt you for
getting off
games.
that pill though.
I
No, he
think I
been getting
think
off that pill. His
That's why I
assist
was just gonna
numbers was
say. I think he
pretty.
averaged like 7 assists.
look, bro.
7 assists.
Look. I know
I
y'all be
know what
doing
Red's saying.
but I
I
know
know what
y'all be
Red's
doing
saying.
because EJ be doing this number shit, and we all know numbers can be screwed on a piece of paper if you ain't watching the game. I'm not saying that he can't pass the ball. I just don't think he's a good facilitator as far as setting somebody up unless he just
Yeah,
caught in trouble.
Mm.
yeah,
And I think
that's facts.
Jalen Brunson the same way. Like he pound the
But
ball
that's
until he ain't in trouble.
how many point guards aren't like that? How many players aren't like that? There's only like 3 point guards that are
You talking
actually
about?
pass first to get you open. Everybody else is I'm trying to score and my assist is coming because I can't shoot the ball. Luka
And
Doncic
this
is
gen-
one of them, and I know
yeah,
because
in
I
this
He's one
know
of
him.
but
generation, in this
He's one of them.
generation, yeah,
he the worst.
they shoot first
I'm
pass.
with you. I'm with you for Giannis because Giannis is a power forward. You can't have a Giannis and a Jalen Brunson on the same team. They both probably hold the ball the most in the league at this point.
Yeah, I don't like the mix, but go ahead, Ted.
I don't
I
like
don't
the
like
Knicks
that.
neither. But yeah, I
Ted,
don't
what
like
you
the
about
Knicks
to
neither.
say, Ted? What you got, man?
No, I was just listening because I think like with Giannis going into the trade market, New York or San Antonio would be the best fit for them. And the only reason why I said that New York is a good idea is because with Tibbs being fired, now that he's going for a situation where the majority of his early career he's been high usage, right? So he's been out there beating the ball 36 minutes on average and things of that nature. So I think that when Tibbs was in that front office, he's like, damn, I don't want to go over there. He's gonna play the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to coast. I want to have a team that I'm a little bit more relying on, a team that has a little bit more depth, things of that nature. Because last couple of years, when Milwaukee been rebuilding and switching out pieces and things of that nature, they haven't had depth. So now he wants to go to a situation where, even though, like Dirk was saying earlier, you have a questionable bench, it's because you haven't given them the opportunity to actually step in and mold. Because they'll come in 5 minutes, Miles McBride get one foul, he get pulled for the rest of the game. Players like that have a lot of potential, is what I'm saying, Dirk. And I agree with you to a certain extent. It's only because of his coaching philosophy. So now that Tibbs is gone, like Ray was saying, Mike Malone, I don't really think that that's a good look either, because like he's too much of a player's coach. He's very, very friendly. He has real good bonds with these guys. I'm not saying don't have camaraderie with your players, but I think that with situations where you got personalities like Giannis and Brunson, they'll step all over him because he's gonna allow it, because they're good players, they're great players. So you need a player, a coach that probably is gonna come in and lay the hammer down. And that culture, you may not want it up there in New York, but that's what you need to get over the hump, because you designed your team, like Red said, to beat Boston. But what are you going to do in regards to adjustments to beat the other teams if Boston doesn't go? Because now Boston is about to take a huge loss with two players being moved around through free agency. And the biggest asterisk of them all is, even if Tatum rehabs the way that he's supposed to in a good timetable, is he going to be the player that he once was? And then can
Nah.
Jaylen Brown fill in the shoes while Tatum is gone? So those are the two biggest questions that you ask. And then you saying, well, I got $500 million on the table with Jaylen Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Do we keep him? And I hate to veer off, but what I'm saying is, your intention is to win a championship to get through Boston, but now Boston is probably not going to be as a contender as we all think, because you got Detroit coming up, you got Indiana, representing the East.
Yep.
What are you going to
That's
do
that
to
truth.
adjust? What are you going to do to adjust? So I think that it's all contingent on like how well New York probably drafts, and if they get anybody in the offseason. It doesn't even have to be a star player, but it just has to add depth to the bench. And if that's
So
the case,
go ahead.
but
Yeah.
but I'm saying,
Yeah.
because you got the same thing with San Antonio though. Because if he wants to go to San Antonio, he wants to get that tax-free money. I gotta ask myself, Wemby, are you actually gonna come back healthy? What's going on? Because we can really do this. We can do this Twin Towers thing, but you got to come back healthy. You got to let me know what's going on. And then,
I don't think we'd be hurt. I think they was tanking.
You think they was thinking? You don't think he
Well,
had that
Yeah,
blood clot?
I think I don't think he was hurt.
so you think that they tank For the
Red think
draft
Yeah.
pick,
everything rigged.
you
No,
think
no,
It's
they?
all rigged.
no,
Nah, he
but
was
no,
hurt.
but
They
it,
ain't about to,
but
they
it,
ain't about to lie
but it,
about something like that.
listen, bro. This is the reason I say I feel like they tanked. They did similar the same shit with David Robinson and Tim Duncan.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all
They
I'm
are
Right.
saying,
though.
bro.
Well, he just saying they've done it before.
They've
They
done it
just
before.
they've done it before.
And
I
and
hear
Right.
and I
you.
be watching I be watching different pods and shit. And I don't watch Teague and Gilbert them say teams tank a lot to do that shit on purpose, a lot to get potential picks. And we know the Spurs as a winning organization. They've not been a winning organization for like the last 5 years. So
Yeah.
Facts.
what better way to do it than to get it for free if we can get it through the draft and we ain't got to pay a lot of money out.
So what you gonna do? You just gonna use Ace Bailey as
Trade bait.
It's probably
trade bait?
trade bait. Yeah, they said they was talking about getting him and trading for like I hate to say it, KD, because EJ be hating that nigga. I think they said KD
Oh,
or
I thought they was getting. I thought they was getting Harper.
it's
Harper.
one of the
They
two.
Harper
It's
for
one
It's
of the
sure.
one of
two.
the two because
Yeah,
Talking
keep
about
going back and
Harper
forth.
might Harper
I
might
want
go
to
to
go.
Philly.
Yeah, I want to go back to something real quick. Now, if the Knicks, because we was talking about depth,
Yeah.
if the Knicks get Giannis, don't
They
they got to
lose their
give
depth.
up
Yeah, they
depth?
lose their depth. They lose their depth.
You're
Yeah.
not just
Oh
about to
yeah.
get Giannis for free.
You
Yeah.
not, but you also
So,
you might get a trade pick, so you might
I
go
need some young
do a
guys,
straight up
some
trade.
big young
Because remember
guys.
when they were saying that they want to get rid of Cat while he's valuable, and I'm not saying it's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. You might give him maybe
can't be.
one or two
You can give
players.
up two guys. You can give up two guys. I can give up
So
Yeah.
for Giannis.
Cat
I can
and
give up
another,
Cat and
so
OG.
Cat and Miles
If I give
McBride, something like that for
Yeah,
for
Cat,
for, for
a
Giannis.
draft pick.
This
And
my
Miles McBride,
but this is my question though.
you got to give
Why
us
they
some
keep
draft
wanting but
picks.
why
You
they
got to put
want to
like
keep getting rid
one or
of
two
Cat
draft
though?
picks for that too.
I
Like
don't
why
know.
is
That's
Cat
great. We're gonna
why
get into that. Let's get into Hold on, Zell.
okay, go
Zell
ahead,
was
yeah,
saying
go
something
ahead.
though.
My
Let
fault.
Zell go.
Yeah, my
What were you
bad.
saying, Zell?
No, I was talking about basically when they talking about for Giannis and stuff. You're gonna have to give up. Like if you put a Cat and a Miles, do some Bride, whatever up there,
Yeah.
you're gonna need to put some draft picks with that too. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they gonna say what they want to say about Cat. Cat's a good regular season player, but they could be like, oh, when it comes to the playoffs at the end, he don't. You know
And
what
I
I'm saying?
hate that
They
they
can
even
say
going
whatever.
there, man.
But how
Yeah,
could
that's
it, oh well, let's get to the Cat topic because I don't
Go
like
ahead.
that.
Go ahead.
Because I feel
Go
like
ahead.
Cat actually kills in playoff games. He just have one or two here and there. You
it's the
can't put that
coach.
on his head for the
It's
real.
the
Like
coach for
Dirt
real. I
don't
feel
like
like
him though. Dirt don't like Cat.
I
you don't
don't
like
like him.
Cat.
I don't like him neither. But he hoop in the playoffs. Like he
I thought
hoop.
he did just fine. I
look,
think it
hey,
goes
look.
back to what Dirt said though. What is your expectations with this team? Did y'all really think y'all was a championship team, or did the Knicks overperform? You know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
owe it to the East, cuz like it ain't really
come on.
that tough in the it ain't really that tough in the
You
East.
gotta say, and we gotta stop this narrative too. The East is tough. What you mean it ain't tough? The
No,
four
no,
seed
no,
made
no,
it to
no,
the
no, no,
finals.
no. Listen what
The
I'm
four
saying.
seed.
Listen what I'm
And
saying.
the six he was almost the best team in the conference.
Listen to what I'm saying, guys, because the
I'm about to
six
piss
seed
this
was your
off.
team, right? The
That
Pistons,
The
was
right?
East,
yes,
the
yes, it
East
Okay.
was.
weak. The East
So
is weak though.
the
It's
East is
weak
weak compared.
compared to the West, but it ain't
But
weak.
that's
Yes,
what.
yes.
Yeah.
It's
No,
So I'm
it's
weak
saying
by
it's
so.
not weak.
comparison.
Yeah,
And I'm
yes,
saying about
yes.
comparison is weak, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying like on the East they ain't really got nothing but two niggas that's certified that you shouldn't get by. Like you know what I'm saying?
If
In the
You know
anything,
who
Pistons,
ain't one of them?
they
Is
play
Donovan
defense.
Mitchell
They
one
play
of them?
defense on the East.
Can
nah,
you
he not.
stop?
Okay,
Nah,
good.
nah. I look,
Good.
and
I'm just
I
making
love
sure.
Donovan Mitchell, but he a hater.
Good to
But
know.
Donovan Mitchell,
Good. I'm just
his
listening. I'm just
I
listening. Go
love
ahead.
Donovan Mitchell.
You
EJ
good,
be
bro?
hating.
You
EJ just
good?
hate Donovan Mitchell. EJ hate Donovan
My bad,
Mitchell.
Red. You was talking. My
EJ
bad.
hate
That's on
Donovan.
me. My bad. That's on me. My
Bro, are
bad.
you
But
good?
You was,
You shifted from Kyrie to Donovan Mitchell, bro. Like, are
you
you
I
all
had
right,
to
bro?
check. I had to, something in my brain. Y'all know I'm a hater at heart.
Temperature
Dirt.
check. Temperature check.
Hold on, Dirt. Did you see the shit when he was talking about Kyrie? That nigga hate Kyrie too. It's crazy.
Kyrie.
But hey,
I
but that's
just think
back.
y'all overrate him. I love Kyrie. But hold
Man,
on.
shut up,
Because
man.
how about
Anyway,
this?
look, man.
No, great segue, Red. Great segue.
I might be with him a little bit with Kyrie.
You hate Kyrie
Because
too?
let me
No,
say
no,
this.
no, 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 no. I don't hate Kyrie.
Let me
Okay.
ask this
But
question because I don't hate him. I think he's overrated. If Kyrie Irving was doing what Tyrese Halliburton is doing with the Pacers for the last two
you
seasons,
wouldn't be doing that.
He
I'm
did.
just
He
saying
did. He
if
did.
he was, I'm
Hold on,
talking
wait.
about numbers and alls
But he,
with the
but he
numbers and
did.
Finish
all.
your
But he,
scenario.
hold on, nah,
Finish
They
your
fuck that.
would
He
scenario.
did. The
if
but he
Kyrie
did last
was
year.
doing this with the same numbers. I'm talking about the same numbers with the
Okay.
Pacers. Y'all would be telling me he is the best point guard of all time. He would be a top.
Nobody's ever. No, nobody's ever said he's the best point guard. We've always just
Hold
said he
on,
was the
wait.
most
My
skilled
point
point
ain't
guard.
about Kyrie. My point
Skill.
is about
Skill.
Tyrese Halliburton. The fact that Tyrese Halliburton, y'all, let me ask y'all this. So is Tyrese Halliburton, is he better than Chris Paul?
Right now, yeah, hell yeah.
Not right
Right
now.
now,
Period. All time. Period. Not
No.
today.
No.
Never,
No.
nah.
never,
No.
But
No.
never.
he,
That's my
No.
point.
Not
nah,
doing
That's
that.
what
No.
I'm saying.
We're
So if
not doing
Kyrie
that
was
no,
right
doing
no,
now.
it,
no,
y'all be like,
no.
oh, he the best thing smoking.
Let me
Nah.
tell
This.
let me
That's
tell
my
let me
point.
Nah.
break this shit.
That's what
Let
I'm
me break
getting at.
this that. EJ one of them. EJ one of them.
He
EJ
trolling,
one
man.
of
He
them.
trolling,
EJ
man.
one.
Just look.
He is.
I'm
But
telling
EJ one of them
the truth.
statistics. Listen, EJ one of them numbers niggas. You know how nigga be like, man, he shoot 85% from over here, but then watch the game. That nigga shot 13 layups. That's EJ.
I'm a
Yeah,
math
yeah.
teacher, fellas. I'm an electrical engineer. Math, numbers is my thing.
You will pull a stat out your ass and know that shit is some bullshit. All I'm saying
Tyrese
is,
Halliburton
hold on.
is ranked higher than
Tyrese
It's
Chris
did
Paul.
good.
look if Halliburton don't win,
In
he did
what?
the same. But he did the same shit that he did the same shit Kyrie
See
did
me
before he
reaching
got
back in?
injured. They went to the finals.
You ready? You ready,
Hold
Derek?
on. Every time I get on the pod,
Put it
he
out.
raised somebody else. Tyrese Halliburton over some other
Tyrese
great.
Halliburton.
Man,
If he
It's
wins,
better
this
than
is
Chris
don't let
Paul.
him win. If he win this championship,
don't
Win
go there.
what?
Don't go
if
there
he
with him,
win
man.
this championship,
We're
Stop
talking
this, man.
hypotheticals right now. We're
No,
talking
say it,
hypotheticals.
EJ.
Bro. Stop this, bro.
Say it,
Hold on,
if
hold
say
on,
he
no,
it.
no,
win
hold
this
on, hold on, hold on,
championship,
Say
You
he
it.
is
gotta
hold on,
win
top
it
hold on,
five
first.
point guard.
You gotta
hold
win.
on,
Wait,
hold on,
what?
hold on, Sid.
Top
Of
five
EJ,
what?
what?
If
Paul guard.
if he wins
Current,
this
All
championship,
time?
currently,
he is a
currently.
top 5 point guard.
Hey, Zed, hold on,
Of
Zed,
all
hold on, Zed,
time.
hold on, Zed, because you was
Let me pull it out one more time. Hold on.
hold on, wait, hold on,
Now
E.
let Red talk.
If
Let
he
Red talk.
wins,
hold on, y'all. Look,
You
because he
can't
go
was,
be.
ahead.
You can't.
because he was just on Shay Dick. So that means if Shay lose, if Shay lose, what he is, EJ, he glorified loser. Does he fall in the same category as Kyrie and all them other people now? Because you was just on his
No,
dick a
because he
few
got an
weeks ago,
MVP.
and
Jay
they was
got it.
gonna
He
win it
got to win.
all.
He got an MVP.
You
He got an
Honorable
MVP,
mention.
and
you
Honorable
see
he
how this
mention.
actually
nigga do?
and he
You see
actually
how
Honorable
carried
mention.
the
Glorified
team.
loser.
He got an MVP, and he actually carried the
You
team to
can't
the
be
finals. He
top.
didn't hop
You
on two
can't be
niggas
top
back.
five all time with you just got one shoe last week. You can't be top five all time. You
He
got a
got
Come
one
on,
what you mean
man.
Puma,
one shoe? Oh, you mean
one
like the
Puma,
design?
one
He got two
Puma. He just
shoes.
got
That
one.
old
I see.
that's a
No, he
cross
got one
trainer.
Puma. He got a Puma. He just one Puma. He can't.
Look. Hold on. Since we here though, y'all. So how did y'all feel? Let's rally a little bit.
There we
So how did
go.
y'all feel after game one? Game one of the NBA Finals, bro.
I think
After
I
what we
said
was
this.
looking
That
at Thursday, what's your
I
takeaways from
said
the game?
I said this to Trey the other day. Trey Sutters the other day.
Mhm.
Indiana might be the best team to beat OKC because they play the same and they're fast and they got enough bodies and enough people to
Yeah,
throw at Shea.
yeah.
So if anybody gonna beat them, it would be the Pacers. Do I think the Pacers gonna win it all? No, but they would
This
be the
makes for
best
good
team to beat them.
basketball. It's
It
good
does make for good
basketball. I ain't mad at
basketball.
it.
Yeah,
What y'all got? What you
I
got,
don't
Zell?
know.
Go ahead.
I feel like OKC don't play the full game. Like
they don't.
all the
They don't.
every single game they play this series, like even when they lost by 40, when they lose these last 2 minutes, a minute, whatever, like I feel like they really believe they're the best team to the point that they don't feel like they have to play to their best ability. From what I think. Because I feel like
Okay.
that OKC game, they lost that game. Like the Pacers didn't win, the OKC just lost. Like
Yeah, they show a lot of immaturity in the
that's a simple.
last final minutes.
And that's with the age too. The oldest person on the team is Caruso at 31, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just like
Yeah, I think you're right.
He,
I think you're right.
he
that's
only
not really
31.
much to
I
go
thought he
I
was
with.
think he
40. That boy hairline bad.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. He
deal with
young,
the
Yeah.
hairline,
he,
man. That's just how
he
it
younger than
happens.
all of us, man.
I forgot about your hairline, cuz my fault.
Oh,
What you think, Dirk? Go ahead,
I
Dirk.
think. I think they just not used to being in a lot of close games, and I think that they when it's close, I think Indiana. If it's a close game, then I like Indiana chances because they've been in more close
Facts.
games.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
That's
you
all
know,
they've been doing for real.
my problem with the game was I didn't even like that OKC started with a different lineup than they normally don't start with. Like
Yeah.
Put
if I
Wallace in.
win if I win 68, 80 games through the playoffs and I'm a 9.5 point favorite and I'm what am I altering my lineup for y'all for? That's a
The
bad sign to
And
me.
they had
Like
five.
yeah.
And they
The
had like
coach
5 guards in
the
there
coach
at
the
one
coach
point.
said
and
the coach said he was
It's
trying
and
to
some
match
random
speed.
dude. Yeah,
They coach
Zell.
said he was trying to match
no,
I
speed.
match
think Jalen Williams was playing the 5 at one
no,
point.
I'm with you.
match
If I'm not
me.
mistaken.
Oh,
I'm with you.
Match
I'm
me
with you.
though. Match
I'm
me.
with you.
And I'm not uncomfortable with Chet guarding Siakam. So
that's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
so
yeah,
what's the
yeah. That's,
I'm
I
so
living
feel
with
you, man.
that.
so what it translated is yeah, you got a lot of turnovers. They turn the ball over a lot. But you got crushed on the rebounds. And
Mm.
Indiana not
They
even a
had
good
6
rebounding
rebounds.
team.
They terrible rebounding team. I
That's
That's
think
a
they
fair
50
coach.
point.
Yeah,
rebounds.
they
That's a fair
coaching it
point.
up, man.
Halliburton got
Coaching it
rebounds,
up.
10 rebounds.
He
Siakam
did
got
have
10.
10.
I mean,
Yeah.
they had like
Yeah.
50 something rebounds, man. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Mm. Yeah.
and the other thing that I know he shoot a lot. I know Shea shoot a lot, but he gotta reel it back a little bit. It's gotta be a little more play, man. You can't shoot 30 shots and have 3 assists, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just You got the ball too much, bro.
Mhm.
30 shots and 14 for 30 is not bad, but you know,
Who's the
you
I got you. I had two.
who's the next
Jalen
man up
Williams.
though? Like, but he had
Dub
Jalen
17.
Williams he went 6 for
You
19,
still
shot
but
had
he was
19.
he
He
shot
shot
terrible.
19. But
but I'm saying
but
so
you
Shea
get
had to
bad
shoot it.
shots.
He
You get a
did.
lot of you don't never really get in a rhythm with a dude shooting 30 shots.
No, I'm
No.
with you. I'm just saying I felt like he had to shoot because everybody else wasn't shooting, wasn't hitting. But
Wasn't
I do
hitting rather.
think, like
Not
you
shooting.
said,
Not
but
shooting.
I was gonna say not hitting, but I do like what you said about the Pacers. I think if the game is close, the Pacers have the better game manager, which is Halliburton. He's
True.
somebody that can control the game, and he's not gonna turn the ball over. So if it's close,
Yeah.
the edge go to the Pacers.
Yeah.
Yeah, well they got dudes that have hit big shots. So
Yeah.
ain't nobody gonna shrink
Everybody
in the
is good with
moment.
shooting the ball. Everybody,
If you
Obi
even look at
Toppin,
the end of
Hey,
if you
you know,
even look
yeah.
at the end of that game,
Nemhard.
Nimhard hit a big
Nembhard.
one,
Nembhard went
Naismith hit a big one,
Nembhard,
crazy.
Ted,
Halliburton hit a
Nembhard.
big
You hear
one.
that?
Y'all
I
just
like
chatting.
Benedict.
Y'all chatting. I can't even get my point off. Y'all
I was
go
gonna
Oh,
say
ahead.
let
Hey,
there you
everything.
go.
what's
Just,
What
up?
you
just,
got to
just
say
said.
then? What you got
My
to
bad,
say?
Ted.
Nah. Everything was right with this game. Nebhart is a defender that's so underrated. And I get it that SGA got his 30 clip off and things of that nature, but he had to work for it. And I told y'all, I said, look, bro, he's very physical, very underrated defender. You got to look at the people that he's been defending throughout this whole postseason. So he's got a lot of experience, especially coming off of injury in the beginning of the season. He wasn't really in game shape until he actually got into the swing of things. And another thing is that people kind of miss. Every person that clocked in for Indiana scored.
Like,
Everybody. So
Dang.
everybody that actually had any playing time for Indiana, they all scored. So that shows me that Indiana's system is working with Rick Carlisle, and it also shows me that OKC is taking them lightly. And
Mhm.
also, another thing that I looked at, even though he was kind of shaky in the beginning, I don't think that OKC has a player to match the intensity and what he brings that Obi Toppin brings for Indiana off the bench. So
yeah,
when
six
Obi
threes
Toppin
too.
comes into the game, I don't think that they have a player to match the intensity and everything that he brings to the table because of the system that they're in. Obi Toppin reminds me of the role that Aaron Gordon does for Denver. He plays
Yeah,
defense,
play
he
the Dunker
rebounds
for the
hard, he
three.
can hit the corner three, and he's gonna go to the rack and get you the and one. And he's probably gonna guard the best player on whoever is on the court at that time when he's in. And then another thing that I got is like Dirk was saying, it's interesting to say that you changed your lineup and we ain't even rolled the ball out yet. So you was thinking about me during the game planning, but what makes it weird is the dude that you replaced in regards to getting them starting minutes was Casey Wallace, and he didn't perform. So that hurt you. But the same way that I look at this game, that Chet only had 9 points. SGA had a hard working 30. Jalen Williams didn't shoot that well, and they only lost by 1. I'm terrified if I'm Indiana. I'm terrified because that's the circumstances could not have been any better for OKC, and they only lost by 1. My star player got his 30 off. We didn't like this little lineup. Chet only had 9 points. J Dub didn't shoot that well, and we lost by 1. And y'all had y'all best game where everybody scored on Indiana.
I wouldn't
I
even call it
think
their
that
best game though,
I was gonna
Ted.
say this
Not
one
with
of
those
their best games
turnovers.
because I was
I,
gonna say everybody on Indiana team can get a dub. Everybody on their team can score.
and,
They
and I
hold on,
agree
man,
can.
with
Ted. Wait,
I
Ted.
agree with you at that
Oh, go
everybody
ahead.
on Indiana can get a dub, but nobody did. So
No,
the
no, I'm
point
They're
that
with
I'm
you.
not
making,
going
Nobody
to
had
either.
22. That's
so
true.
so
Nobody
so
had
so
20.
nobody
No,
got a
no, I'm
dub.
with y'all.
Everybody can
They,
anybody on the starting lineup, and even with Benedict Mathurin, they all can get a dub or better, but they didn't. So the
But
point that I'm saying is
And they're not going to.
I
right,
guarantee
but
you.
with Chet getting 9, I dare one of the Pacers players that are starters to have a single digit game. Then it will look a lot different
but
because
see,
my third best player had 9 points. I lost by 1. Your third player's best player on Indiana have less than 10. They're gonna get flooded.
what I'm saying is
And who is your third best player?
what I'm
You
saying
tell
is
me. That's my point. You
probably
tell
Miles
me.
Turner.
now
Miles
and I'm with
Turner.
y'all.
Anybody?
But with Indiana, all I'm
Depending on the
saying
night.
is what
Yeah.
I'm saying is with Indiana, you don't want to let a team like this get confidence, right?
At all.
So they won a game. They played their worst game they probably had offensively
Turnover
Who,
wise.
and
And
OKC?
won.
off they didn't shoot that well
And yeah. So
in
what
the
Okay.
I'm
first
saying
half.
is, and they only led for what 1/10 of a second and win the game, right? What
Yeah.
I'm saying is,
Point
you
four.
got a team like that, and you let them get the niggas that can plug in and play and score because everybody on their team scores.
Yeah.
Like when they play, this is how they play.
Yeah.
your players can't take a night off. So if J Dub have another bad game, that gives them
Yeah.
more confidence.
Listen.
So the longer you let them
Oh,
stick around, they might fuck around and win the championship.
Hey, but
That's all
I
listen
I'm
to
feel
this,
saying.
Red. Oh, go ahead, Zay. Go ahead, Zay. Go ahead,
nah,
Zay.
but I feel like for real with that win, I feel like it helped Indiana because
That's what
Indiana
I'm
didn't play.
saying.
Like basically I read it like Indiana didn't play good that game, so Indiana they gonna play better this second game, and then eventually
Yeah,
they gonna have
because
them
they were
two
definitely
games at
nervous
home.
too to begin that game
You know what
too.
I'm saying? Like
They was
Yeah.
nervous.
game
But
three, game
everybody
three.
was.
They were
Everybody
anxious.
was. Nobody played in
The
the
reason I
finals
said that
except
though, Ted,
Caruso and
the
Pascal.
reason I say that, Ted, is
Yep.
because Tyrese Halliburton actually was mic'd up and he was like, I couldn't breathe at first, man. I was antsy. He said that first quarter, I couldn't breathe. I had to get
It ain't.
myself, I had to calm down. You
And
feel me?
breathe
It,
because
it
Lou
ain't gonna
Dort
It's
stop
was in
cool
today.
his
now.
chest.
It's
Lou
gonna feel
Dort
the
was
same
on.
way today.
Well, I'm just
That
saying
why he couldn't breathe.
from a
He
heart
said,
rate
"Cause little dude."
standpoint, you can be running fast pace, but when you can't get your heart rate down, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like when we
Yeah,
Yeah.
hooping,
you
Nah,
even if
overthinking.
the game is
You
competitive,
overthinking
I'm
and
still
shit.
calm. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's the
Yeah.
nerves.
Red,
But
I wanted to say
that
this. Oh, go
let
ahead.
me say one thing. Let me say one thing. So that's the thing with the Pacers. The Pacers can play. Everybody on the team can play terrible, but as long as they in the game, they like that. It don't matter who got the ball. That play, like seeing them hard, had that much confidence to shoot that ball with that much time left, showed me that
We
anybody
need
on that team can do that.
we need to check when Nemhart has had 10 this whole playoffs. I ain't seen him have over 10 this entire playoff. Maybe I'm
You
wrong.
crazy.
Nemhart's
You're
my
Nah,
guy.
Nah,
he
he
nah
nah,
nah
he,
nah.
Nemhart's my
nah,
guy.
He been
he
He,
done
scoring,
got
but
a few
I'm just
games.
talking about that
He
shot.
not
he
a
ain't
he
That
been
not a
scoring like that.
volume he not a
Not like
He
volume
that.
ain't been
shooter.
scoring like hold
He
on.
not a
He
volume
wasn't
shooter
doing
though.
no
E.
break him
yeah.
down, step back three. I
He
know
role
that. I'm a
play
Nemhart
stats.
fan, but I'm
I'm
just
about
saying
to say
that
role
that
play
shit he did
stats.
That
at SGA
that conf
was
that
uncalled for. He
that
ain't never did
confidence,
that.
E. That's what I'm saying. That confidence
That
though.
was
We on the
Canada
biggest
beef.
stage.
That
Yeah,
was
we on the
yeah.
biggest stage. We on
To
the
know each
biggest
other.
stage, and I got this confidence now. I done hit 2, 3 in a row. Yeah, I'm
That's
finna
what I
try
And
meant.
something.
That's
Yeah, I'm
what I
finna,
meant. Maybe I should have said it
They
better. I
not
ain't
gonna
never seen him
record
pull
me
out the
for the
bag
miss.
one.
They gonna record me
yeah,
for the make.
yeah.
Right, because
And,
that
nah,
he
You
went
feel
Damn.
me?
and even
It's
if he would have missed,
showtime.
and even if he would have missed
yeah,
that,
who
the way he
cares?
danced, he was gonna
Yeah.
get clipped up. He was
He
going on
playing with
live.
house money with that shot. He playing with
That's
house
what I'm
money.
saying.
I got
But
a big. I got a
but
big
that's
topic.
game. That's like closing the game. But hold on, I wanted to say this, y'all. Red.
Benedict
This
Mathurin ain't
is
played good yet either.
Red. I wanted to say this. This is Ted. You remember Ted when he was like, "Oh, it's hard to win when you don't know who your best guy is." Now he's saying that the Pacers can win because they got a bunch of guys that can win, and you got what I'm getting at.
You
Red.
want me,
Hold on, Red.
you want me to clean it up
I
for
ain't
you?
talking
Go
crazy to you. What I'm
ahead.
saying is, Red. Though what I wanted to say was that we got the ultimate of those two situations where
Yeah,
it's a superstar player versus a team of
yeah.
5 or 6 or wherever how you want to do it,
Hmm.
and we gonna get to see who the star power will beat a well-rounded team. And I think OKC is a well-rounded team, but as far as like their offensive production, SGA is
It's
they
Hey,
bulk
top
of their
heavy.
defense.
It's
do
top
you
heavy.
remember?
They top
Do you
heavy.
remember?
They
Do
top
you
heavy.
remember what teams we was talking about when I had said that?
Houston and
Houston
Florida.
was the Cougar. It was a college team. You said
It
that
was
about the
Houston and
college
Florida.
team when
LJ
Oh
Cryer.
yeah, yeah,
LJ
yeah,
Cryer,
yeah,
Cryer.
LJ
yeah, yeah.
Cryer.
See,
Yeah,
so I only said that because in college I feel like when you know who your role player is, you can win the game. You need a star player to know what you're going through because they don't know how to play their roles and systems like that. Like
yeah.
for the most part, in the NBA, because you have everybody on your team was elite at one point in time. They've stepped
I
into a
got you.
role,
It's a
so I
little
think it's
different.
different for NBA and college. Yeah, and for
Yeah,
the Pacers, I'm just saying with them because their star player is somebody who's selfless and that's a point guard. It
yeah.
don't make it hard for nobody to be a scorer because Siakam ain't looking to go shoot 30 shots. He just looking to get his
True.
stats. So he gonna top out at his 23, 24, whatever he gets. And Halliburton gonna dish it out. He a better assist man than a scorer, so he want everybody
Yeah,
else to eat. So that's why it looks so good on his side.
I
So
ain't mad at that.
where it can fuck up what OKC is, you're requiring so much of Shea and
Jalen
shoot
Williams.
and Jalen Williams.
Mm-hmm.
We know Shea gonna be Shea. Jalen Williams might be questionable sometimes. So if he's questionable,
Mm-hmm.
that team gonna outplay the other guys. Is what I was saying. Because
You ain't wrong about that.
outside of them two scores they got, who else can go get a bucket like that?
That's what I wanted. Dirt, hold on, Dirt. You said something earlier because I wanted to touch on these 2 points you brought up. You brought up the fact that SGA got to pass it more, and my first thought was they need to actually run plays at some point throughout the game. That first
Hmm.
half, we gotta run plays and get J Dub and Chet Holmgren some touches so they
Yeah,
can feel the ball because I know SGA gonna get his. He got straight bag work. But when we playing like that for an entire game and to come fourth quarter, we want somebody else to take a shot, it just don't work. Right?
they look
It
like the
starts to
Knicks
get
right
into
now.
that James Harden style of
Did you hear me?
I was
They
saying
look like
James
the
Harden,
Knicks.
but it starts to get into that type of style of ball where it's like, all
Yeah,
right, catch this bomb, catch this bomb, and it's like I
Look
ain't
at
touched the
Ted,
ball.
look.
You remember when Iguodala was like, "Hey man, let me just touch the ball." Y'all remember that he had the interview? So
Yes.
I may not even touch the ball today. Let me touch it. And I think they need to run some plays. The second point you made there about Chet Holmgren guarding Siakam. There was a key rebound in that fourth quarter under 2 minutes that Siakam got
Siakam
because
got
for
it,
some
yeah.
reason the Thunder decided to put Jalen Williams on him. Now, I'm a big advocate of Jalen Williams because he's guarded Aaron Gordon, he's guarded Julius Randle, and now they putting him on Siakam. He's been playing big for him, Ted. He's been playing big for him.
He can
But
guard. He can
he
guard.
can guard.
But
He can guard. But like you said, I'm living and dying with Chet guarding Siakam because he puts too much pressure on that offensive rebounding side for me not to have my big man in here. Even though Chet's he didn't crazy rebound that game, and he didn't shoot well. I think he shot 2 for 9.
they
Chet
they
needs to
wouldn't
be on the
even
court.
playing him.
And he got to be
And
better.
and why
I
do
think he
we?
played 24 minutes.
If you ever watch Chet play, he's great. He's long as hell. He got great timing.
Mhm.
What about Siakam game make you feel like he can't
He can't check. I agree.
affect the back down fade or the
That's
all
exactly
that
what
stuff
I'm saying. That's
Siakam do.
exactly what I want. Yeah.
So, I say, yo, let's start with what got us here. And then if they make us get out of that, then we change.
Make them
But we
adjust to
don't
us.
start.
Yeah,
We
you
I'm
don't
right.
with you.
adjust to
Make them
them.
adjust to us.
He
I'm
at
with
the
you.
crib. At
It's still
the
barbecue
crib,
chicken
it's
though.
game one.
Yeah. You ain't wrong.
What?
Ted, we got respect in, man. What's up, Ted?
Fuck Ted, man. Hey, hold on real quick. It's barbecue chicken with with
Let me mute
Jalen
him, man.
with
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Red. I'm listening to
Nah.
you.
I just think I think Siakam still gonna kill Buddy. But I think like
I
y'all
don't
said,
think
I
he's
agree
killing
with y'all.
yet.
I ain't no now listen when I'm saying kill, I'm not saying kill in that way. I'm saying like
Nah, say what you gonna say. He
pro
gonna kill him. He gonna
he gonna
kill him.
pro
You can
kill.
say
He gonna
that.
get him in foul
Man,
trouble, he gonna get
the
buckets. Real
Pacers
quick. That's what I'm saying.
dead.
Go
That
ahead,
was
Ted. Hold on. Let Ted go because I just want to tell y'all this. Dirk got smoked for Zell. He been talking
Uh-oh.
crazy about you since the last time. So I want Ted to
I
go
got
first, and then I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Nah, I mean the same way that you talking about like how you were advocate of Jalen Williams and he has had that postseason experience and things of that nature, exposure. Man, something about me is telling me that he's a mental midget, and I don't think that he's ready for. No, for real though. Like he's a mental midget, and I think that he gets away with a lot of bad games because SGA carries. And I
Mhm.
think that with this going in, I think tonight at 8 o'clock, if they don't convincingly kill Indiana, and he has a solid game, it's gonna be hard. Like I don't think that you should wait later in in the series to actually build your confidence. It should be like you said. There should be sets that's ran through me. There should be times where I say, all right, I'm shooting way too much and I'm actually not getting everybody else involved. Because even though you get that 15, 20 points or whatever the case may be, I don't think that it's like flowing throughout the actual game with him. I think that it's like we're like SGA kind of like look at him like little bro, like, oh, I'm feeling a little bad. Like he ain't touched that rock in a little bit. Here, come get some work. I don't think
That's a
that is
good
like
point, Ted. Because he
and
one time on the pass, Ted. I was thinking that when you saying that
The
he did
problem.
saw him open and didn't like pass it. He was kind of like, and then it was all right. I get to you.
but that's the thing where it's like SGA got this mentality that he's putting himself first versus getting other people involved because he bets on himself, and that's what you're supposed to do when you of that caliber. But when it comes to times where I think that they're saying, well, fuck it. You can go get your 30 and 40. We don't care. Go get it. But we're going to shut down Chet and we're going to shut down J-Dub or make it difficult for them. And I think that that's going to be all right, though, because when it comes to depth, you can say, well, next man up. You can't play that next man up mentality against Indiana because everybody scores in Indiana. So you can't play that way. So I think that Indiana makes you really uncomfortable because you never, ever, ever have a lead on Indiana because it's nothing safe with them. So you got to play your best ball. But like Zale was saying earlier, they don't play the whole game. You can't play like that against Indiana. You fuck around, go home, gentlemen sweep in 5 if you keep playing around.
Oh,
He never
I
lied.
love that. That look at Dur's face.
true.
Great segue to Dur. Zale said he has the Pacers winning in 7.
Zell said he
He
got
did say
Pacers
that.
in
Zell did say
Zale
that.
said he had him.
I cannot believe Zell said that, man.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk
Hey,
about this. So is
Hey,
this
Zell
game
ain't
2
been
a must
wrong
win
yet,
for
though,
Okay,
y'all.
OKC, y'all?
let me
Because
say
they only
this.
need 3 more. They could win
Let
it
me
before
say it.
7. So let's talk about it.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Listen,
Let's talk.
what I'm
Ted,
saying is
unraise your hand, Ted.
the Thunder
Oh,
superpower is defense, right? And I think that it's legitimately elite. And I don't think that it's like y'all said, all right, the Pacers, nobody on their team had a dub. I don't think
Hmm.
nobody gonna have a dub, and I think they're gonna struggle all series because I think that the defense is just that elite. Now I agree that sometimes they have trouble finishing, and the Pacers know how to finish. But like Ted said, Ted, Ted ain't play good. J-Dub didn't play good. Shea played good as a scorer, but he got to facilitate some more. They won by 1 point.
But are
I
you
don't.
taking away from the Pacers defense too? Because the Pacers play a hell of a defense too.
I
Yeah,
did
but
Never.
appreciate the full
their
court
defense.
press. I appreciate the full court press by both teams. I
They
will say
got
that.
de- they got
I
they
do. I
got
did
they
like that.
got they play decent. I don't think it compares to what OKC throws at you.
Mm.
And OKC got home court. So even if it goes 7, which I don't think it will, they not I don't they don't lose at home for real.
He already
Hey,
lost
can I
home
say this
court
real quick?
advantage by losing the first game.
Hey, just
That's
real
okay.
quick, real
They
quick. OKC get away with a lot of goddamn hacking. Stop
and they
saying this
gonna
nigga.
keep getting away with it. They do.
They be
They do.
hacking like a motherfucker.
They
Go
do.
ahead,
Now
Zito.
listen,
Go
we
ahead,
can't
Zito.
complain about the basketball not being physical and then
Oh
say
no,
that
no,
they be
no.
It's physical.
it's
No.
physical.
It's
I'm not.
physical.
That's what it
The
is.
only
It
reason
ain't hacking.
no,
It's
look,
physical.
listen.
Oh,
The
go
only
ahead.
reason I say it's physical E is because they be slapping and reaching and pulling and scratching, and then they get them weak ass calls on the other end. Remember, I've been saying this shit from 2 series ago.
They
Mm.
pick and choose
Like,
with the
yeah,
fouls.
they
They
pick
pick and
like
choose.
they let OKC get away with murder, but then if you barely breathe on them, that should have fouled.
It ain't
I've been
Mhm.
saying this for
barely
like two
breathing no
series.
red. It's because they are
They
attacking
know
the
how to
Man.
rim.
draw.
They are
They
Hold on,
taught to
real
attacking
draw
the
quick.
rim.
fouls.
Cause I meant to come at your head last time. Stop saying that shit about the foul merger shit. Bro, if we watch the goddamn game, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander be falling, he be out of control. Don't nobody even be touching this bitch ass and he
He
get a
get
foul
two,
call.
three
Stop that
fouls.
shit,
Put
man.
your hand in that cookie jar. He gonna
I
grab
got,
your arm.
bro,
That's the only thing that
I
be
got a
foul,
whole,
nigga.
I was recording a whole compilation at work where this nigga didn't get touched and failed. I'm gonna send it to you.
And
Don't
then,
you worry about
You
it.
better send
Go
it
hold
ahead,
to
I'm
me
on,
gonna
real
because
send it to
quick.
you.
Let me say
I
something
ain't
real
never. I
quick.
don't know it do exist. It's not
Let me
real.
say something real quick.
Go ahead,
And then I'm
Jack.
gonna let Zell go. Indiana won game 1 remind me of when AI beat the Lakers. It's
Oh,
Ah,
I,
that's cute.
oh,
That's funny.
Nah,
That's funny. That's
nah.
nice
I
cute.
think
still,
I
nice
don't think
still.
that's the case at all.
They over they
okay,
dead in the next 4.
All
okay.
right.
Nah. Honestly,
That's
I
what I
feel
think.
I feel like I'm gonna just be biased because I ain't been biased in a while. I'll take this back to 2004. I feel like this like the Pistons and the Lakers. The Lakers was a way dominant team than the Pistons, but the Pistons still found a way to win, and they dominated them in the finals. So I feel like if OKC
Hold
underestimate,
on.
That's not a
if
I'm glad
bad
you brought
OKC
this up.
comparison.
if
I'm glad
Yeah,
you
it
OKC
brought it
is.
up
Yes, it
because
is.
I got
That's
Yes, it
another
not
is.
question.
no.
if OKC
The Pacers can
underestimate the
remind you.
Pacers is
The
gonna
Pistons
dominate
had
them.
4 All-Stars.
They did. Hold on. Stop that shit. Stop. Don't pull that EJ
Stop
shit.
what
Don't
shit?
pull that
They had
EJ
4
shit.
That's
What?
the
All-Stars.
truth.
Listen. Don't
Yeah.
pull that EJ shit. One Tayshaun Prince an All Star,
Nah,
Yes.
and them
nah.
goddamn
Tayshaun
numbers
Prince
was
never All Star.
he went All
Takes
Star. Who was
Well,
they
oh,
they
for?
had 4 on
it was
there.
ripped.
It
That's
was
right.
In
Rip, Chauncey,
2004, in 2004,
Speed,
they
and Ben
had two
Wallace.
All Stars. Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace, the only All Star at that time.
What's
At that
Halliburton
time.
numbers compared to Chauncey
Gary
Billups
Payton and
numbers?
Karl Malone was washed. Let's start this. Team was flawed. Gary Payton and Karl Malone couldn't hit a
All right,
shot.
I
Gary
give you
Payton
that
won
one.
Hit a
championships after
shot.
that though. He was
Huh?
still playing. GP was cool.
Oh
Hold on,
Hey,
man,
look.
look.
Yeah,
GP
Oh,
couldn't
but
hit
since
a
we
the
got to
mail
get
shot,
man,
Pacers, I
the
got a
man.
mailman
question.
top five, right?
I kind of agree with Zill though, because he
I don't
said
want
that
to hear
Team
shit.
the
was
age. I
That
don't want to
old.
hear
Pistons
That
no
team.
Laker
ages.
The
team
reason
was
I said I agree with
old.
him on that one is like the Pistons didn't have like they was like everybody wasn't like no killers like that. You had like one or two scores for real, for real.
No killers.
You had
No
like
No
one or
killers.
two
killers
scores
is
on
That's
that
crazy.
Pistons
crazy,
team.
guys. That
Chauncey
is
Billups is a
insane.
killer, bro.
No, but
His
you gotta
name is
think
And
Mr.
about it.
Big
Rasheed
Shot.
Wallace.
His name is
Rasheed
literally
Wallace.
Mr. Big Shot.
It takes a team to win. A team, not a few players.
And you
Halliburton
know what they
numbers.
did?
Hold on,
Hold
listen.
on.
Halliburton numbers is better than Chauncey Billups numbers.
Okay.
Chauncey,
As of
okay.
right
Tyrese
now,
Halliburton's numbers is
Rasheed Wallace.
Tyrese Halliburton's numbers is better than a lot of point guards numbers
But
all time.
I'm pulling the EJ right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pulling
I
EJ
like
right
it.
now.
I like
They're,
it.
So
I like
so
this
the thing
bag.
is his numbers are better than big shots.
the
And
Pistons
he's
defense
hit.
was
Seventeen and
is
six.
comparable.
17
The
and 6, man.
Pistons
Mhm,
that Pistons
mhm.
defense is comparable to the OKC
Okay.
defense, not to the Pacers
Okay.
defense.
But Big
that's true.
Shot got
That's
his name.
true. I give you that.
But
I
Big
give you
Shot
that.
name got his name for
Allen.
what? Hitting big shots in big games, right?
Big
Halliburton has
shot.
hit a big shot in every fucking round.
He's
Okay.
five
Hold on,
for
you can't,
five.
but you
By
can't
the
skip
way,
over the fact
Rip
that
he's
better than
they
five
Rip
for
got the
Rip's
five.
number
better
one
than
Clutch. He's
defense.
clutch. Got that same clutch,
Okay,
Gene.
So we got Rip over Nimhart for sure, though.
Rip Nibhart, no.
We got
Nick,
Rasheed
Rip
Wallace way
Rip
over
is
Siakam.
Naismith.
Over
Way
Turner
over
and
what,
them.
Siakam.
Rip is Aaron Naismith.
Way
was
over.
what
We
was
got Ben Wallace
wait,
over all
no,
of that too, right?
let's pull the numbers, EJ, because you love numbers, nigga. What's Rasheed Wallace numbers over
I think
Siakam numbers?
Siakam this season is 23.
Siakam
I think
scored more
Siakam.
points.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think
but
Siakam
Well,
scored more points.
in the
we can
case,
put.
in the case of
But
my
Rip
brother EJ,
definitely scored more than Nimhart, though.
But think
Now
about
Rip
Ben
was
Wallace.
averaging.
Ben Wallace didn't
you
score
right,
either.
you right.
So Ben
But in the
Wallace
case,
was like
Miles Turner
a
ain't scoring
liability
or
on offense.
stopping nothing.
he got his numbers better than Ben Wallace.
Who?
His scoring is his output
Everybody's
better than
numbers
Ben
better than
Wallace.
Ben Wallace. Offensive
Ben Wallace
wise,
a Hall of Famer. Miles Turner
You
never
see what I'm
Ben
did
saying?
that.
Wallace is a
Y'all see what I'm saying?
4-time DPOY.
Hey,
He's a
Yeah, this is
4-time
crazy. This is
DPOY.
crazy.
I like
I'm
it, Red.
about to
I'm
say,
gonna let
wait a
you
minute.
cook, Red.
Hold on, Ted.
Miles Turner and Ben
Hold on,
Wallace?
hold on. No, listen, there. I'm not arguing none of that. I'm doing what EJ do. When I say a
Oh,
nigga better
okay.
than somebody, EJ pull his stat line out of their ass in a
You
minute.
know
Then
why
you
he
pull it
keeps
back
saying
on
that?
him.
He
Now he
told
gonna
me
But
use
he
this and
had
that.
Vince Carter over Iverson. That was cap. I don't
That's
even that.
incredible, Red.
That's
That's
what I'm saying.
incredible,
He
Yo,
said
Red.
he taking Vince Carter. So I
hold
don't
on,
even know why he bringing up this argument again.
hold
I
on
don't even
there,
know
hold
why
on.
you bringing this up.
Hold on there.
That's
Cause
insane.
I like
That's
this is what
insane.
no,
But
listen. That was
yes, I brought up numbers because Iverson is way better than Vince Carter.
That was clickbait there. That was
Yes,
clickbait
That was
there.
yes, I
clickbait.
That
did.
was
That was
clickbait. He
clickbait.
asked
Yes.
me
Okay.
the question. No,
Okay.
not for me, for
That was
EJ.
clickbait.
What?
The
Go ahead,
question
Red.
was if I was picking a player, who would I take, Allen Iverson or Vince
It don't
Carter?
matter how you
Oh,
phrase the
okay.
question.
So
The
so
answer is
no
Allen
no
Iverson.
no
It
no
don't
no
matter.
no
yeah,
no
honestly,
no
It
no.
don't
The way he
matter
did it.
what you
No,
say.
listen. The
Go
way
I
he
ain't
ahead.
taking
said
no
it.
Vince Carter with no.
If we
I'm
was
I,
sorry.
picking
Go
a
ahead.
player, how we pick the player? If I'm picking a player and I don't know what neither one of them do, I'm picking Vince Carter because he's taller, he's more athletic, and he can do more.
Okay.
That's exactly what I said.
I
EJ
don't
know
know
Okay.
what
what
he be
question he
doing,
just
man.
made up, but that
EJ,
wasn't the question. That
That
was
was good
not the
context.
question.
It
I
came
like
That
off
that.
was
of the
not the
playoff
question.
series of who
That was
played
good
better
context.
this year between Jalen Brunson and Ant-Man. And then I said, clearly it's Jalen Brunson. This is before last series. This is
Yeah,
the second up to the second round.
that's
And
ridiculous.
then
It's
we brought
clearly
up the
Jalen Brunson.
comparison of
yeah,
saying this is like Allen Iverson
Period.
and Vince
versus
Carter.
Vince
And
Carter.
that's what we
And then
said. And
huh?
I said that's what you said. And I said Jalen Brunson was the better scorer, the better player. But I said Ant Man was the most athletic, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So
That's
we
what I
said
said.
we said athleticism gave you the nod to pick Vince, but you know in your heart it's really Allen Iverson.
Yeah, I'm an average fan, but EJ
I
know what
know
he be
you
doing
is.
with
That's
these
why I was
bullshit
like, you
ass questions,
capping.
bro.
Because
EJ know what he be doing with these bullshit
let's do
ass
this real
questions,
quick.
man.
Let me ask y'all something. Because since you bringing up numbers in Pascal Siakam, which is crazy. So people got mad at me on Twitter, right? I
He
mean
a
on Facebook.
champion. He a
That's fine.
champion.
Hey, look, let me ask you.
That's it. That's it.
Is Pascal Siakam a top 25 player in the NBA?
No, he not, bro.
No, bro.
He not.
And I got a list for you if you want to read it.
He not. He not
I
top
had a
25.
listen to me, fellas.
You
They
made a
told
list
me
too?
y'all making this too easy for me because they were so mad at me. They saying he is a top 25 player, and listen to the accolades they gave me. They said he
Okay.
is a G League MVP and MVP, the champion.
That
I
don't
said,
count.
why
That
the
don't
fuck
count.
is the
That
G
don't
League
count.
on here? What are
That
y'all
don't count
talking
at
about?
all.
That's
nah, you can't. Nah, you
that
can't bring up G League. Nah.
that is why he's not in the top 25 right there because he was even in the G League.
Because he was in the G League.
Yeah, you
That's
can't
Hey,
use
exactly
that
the
one.
opposite.
hey, but the only thing I can say is the Pascal Siakam's best year, like his number that he had was 24,
Yeah.
2, 7, 8, and 5, 8. And he wasn't all NBA that year. That was his best number of his whole career. He was an all-star that year, but he wasn't all
Yeah.
NBA third team,
I
second
ain't
team,
seen
or first
nobody. I
team.
ain't seen nobody this high off Siakam in my life. I ain't seen him. So I asked him. I said, so these were the people I posed. Dirk. I said, is Siakam better than Karl Anthony Towns? They said
Fuck no.
yes.
Fuck
I
no.
said, all right.
Mm,
Fuck no.
I said, hey
That's
no,
man,
hate.
I don't
That's
know.
hate, bro.
never.
I
That's hate.
asked
Hey,
him. I said, is
I
Pascal
would have left.
Siakam
I
better
would
than
have left.
Paulo Ventura? Yes.
No,
I
he's
said,
on my
all right,
list.
guys. I don't know what conversation we having
You
on
you
here.
He's not
should you
even.
should have ended the live right there.
But
I
see,
said, I
but
don't know
look,
what else we talking
but
about.
hey,
I don't know.
but you know why
Can
they
y'all
came back
see
with
this
Apollo?
list?
You know why they came back with
Nah,
Apollo?
read it out, Dirk. I can't read it. I
He
ain't gonna
came,
I
lie.
he
got.
came back with Apollo
Okay, hold on.
because he got a championship. You
Hold
know they
on.
need
Hey,
some
spit them off.
championships.
That's right.
I
You're
had
right.
my 2K. I had my 2K pulled up, and I just went through the team, so
This
they
nigga
not
said
in
he had his
order.
2K pulled up.
All
Okay,
right, go
just
ahead.
name them.
Hey,
And
for
Luca.
real,
we're gonna say yes or no off everyone.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Luca,
No,
Yes. Oh,
LeBron,
no,
Zion,
no,
Fuck no.
Paolo,
no,
oh.
Kyrie. I had
no,
AD,
no,
Joker,
no.
Cade Cunningham,
Hell no.
Victor Wembanyama,
Hell no.
De'Aaron Fox,
No.
I will put this. I would say this. I would say Fox is closer. I think Fox is closer.
Okay.
Fox is
I
closer
would-
to
No,
Pascal.
okay, I'll move him
I
over
know.
to
I
the
know it
I'm
ain't in
Bengals.
going.
order, but I
I'm
know
going
you're not
Fox.
reading
Hey,
the order.
so
I
what?
got
So what we going by ability? Cause we not going by stats, right? We just going by ability.
Overall, is
They
this motherfucker better
whatever,
than this
because they use
motherfucker?
accolades.
okay.
They use
It's gonna be numbers
accolades.
two.
Say
It's gonna be numbers two, Zell.
I'm
Numbers,
about to say
accolades, and
Pascal,
what you saw.
because Pascal, he got a lot of better numbers just because a lot of those players, some of those players was hurt. That's not
I'll
reason
take
why.
Fox out.
Injuries.
I'll take Fox out. I'll take
I
Fox out
don't.
and
I
put
don't
him.
want to. I don't want to, Dirt. I
No,
don't
Hey,
leave
want
look.
to.
Fox
Hold
there.
up.
But I got him.
Leave Fox.
Hold up,
Yeah,
Dirk.
leave
But
him
I'm gonna
there.
say this before we finish reading this. For
Yeah.
just for the sake of the people, if niggas arguing Pascal, they gonna say he's got a championship and none of them other
I
niggas
got
got
you.
it. But let's
This
go
is
ahead.
what Pascal got. He got
That's
in
what he gonna say.
2019. In 2019, he was an NBA champion. He won Most Improved Player. In 2020, he was an All-Star and All-NBA second team. In 2022, All-NBA third team. 2023, he was an All-Star. 2024, ECF. I don't even know why they put Eastern Conference Finals
It's
on
Cup
here.
Finals.
That's not even
Was
an
the
accolade.
MVP.
They just he was just there
Okay.
because they
They're
lost.
just trying to. They're just trying to
Jaylen Brown
butter his
won it.
resume up.
Yeah, they just put it on
Okay.
here. I
Man,
just
let Dirt
Jay
finish.
Brandon.
Let
That's probably the
Dirt
wrong.
finish
Oh,
the
yeah.
damn list.
Go ahead,
Let
He's
me-
averaged 20 points
All
per
right.
game for every season since 2020. So,
Okay,
but
cool.
Okay.
that's
Nigga,
the
We can
You're a
all
accolades.
big
agree
man.
on. We can all agree on the first 10. Maybe not D
Yeah.
Fox. That was 10. D Fox was
Okay.
11.
Okay.
You got okay.
Devin
going.
Booker. Devin
Hell
Booker.
no. Hell
KD.
no. EJ, don't do it. No.
SGA.
No, I'm
No.
agreeing. I'm agreeing with y'all. I don't know.
Next.
No, he's not better.
Ant-Man.
No, he's not better.
Steph.
No.
Jimmy Butler.
That's
I
where
think
that's
this where
why I
it get weird.
have
This
him.
where it get weird right here.
I'm taking him over.
I
Okay,
Jimmy.
have
hold
him
on.
in that
Take
area.
Jimmy off.
I got
Take
him over
Jimmy
Jimmy.
Okay.
They're on
I'll
that
take
same
Jimmy
tier.
off. Tyrese Maxey.
No. Hell no.
I ain't got him over.
I'll take him
Dang
over.
it.
I'll take him over Maxi too, low key.
No
You-
shot.
Some people said
Fuck.
Maxi.
I get what he's
Why?
saying, though.
Keep going though.
I get
You
what
good?
he's saying. I get what he's saying.
Health,
Okay.
injuries. If you don't
That's
play,
I
Oh,
know.
no,
I know he's
I'm
going
not
there.
talking
Yeah.
about.
if
I'm
you
not
don't
talking
play,
about
I'm
Dirk.
gonna say you
injuries.
better.
Dame.
He ain't fuck with my
I'm
nigga,
gonna
man.
let Red answer because I'm gonna say.
He
Go
ain't-
ahead, Red. Go ahead,
Y'all
Red. I
got
ain't
to
gonna do
guess
it.
about Dame?
I'm not guessing. These niggas be hating on Dame,
I like
man, for
Dame.
some
Crazy,
reason.
man.
I'm not
I like
guessing.
I ain't
Dame.
hating on
Crazy,
Dame. I said I'm
dog.
gonna let you go.
Yeah,
Before
nigga
he
like.
got hurt this year, he was 26 and 8.
He was
All
better.
right,
He's
no, I'm.
better than. There's no
Thank
point
you.
in
Greek
time in
freak.
his life that Siakam's been better than him.
It's better than him.
Ever been better
Even,
than
Nah, you
Dame.
go
even with
ahead.
the ACL.
Go ahead,
there's
Red.
no
Go
point
ahead.
in- Go ahead.
Greek
Taylor's
freak.
finna hate.
Nah,
Greek
I ain't
freak.
say nothing, Red.
Greek
No.
freak.
No.
Okay.
Hell
Donovan
no.
Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell. EJ.
Well, shit.
No,
Nah,
I'm just,
no.
No.
What are you
I'm just
talking
playing.
about?
I'm just,
nah.
No.
I'm just playing.
Hey,
I'm just playing.
look, hey, listen, EJ, take
No
recency
more
bias
trolling.
out of
Stop
this
that
shit.
trolling, man.
I'm just joking.
Donovan Mitchell.
No,
No.
Dirt, no.
Jason Tatum.
Fuck no.
No.
Nah.
Jason Tatum. Okay, Jalen Brown.
No.
Yes,
No.
he better than Jalen Brown.
Come
Fuck
on,
no.
bro. What we
No.
doing right
No.
now?
No, Zell. No, Zell.
Hey,
Hold on. Hey,
tell
repeat
Dub
yourself,
I
Hell
said
Zell.
it
no.
too. Tell Dub
Let him
I
talk.
said it.
Repeat
Jalen
yourself,
Brown.
Zell.
Tell Dub I said it.
You think he better than
Okay,
Jalen Brown?
so we got.
Man, what Jalen Brown did?
He cooked
Okay,
for
Jalen
the
Brown
last
been
couple
in the
of
league
years.
since
MVP.
is he
2017,
better
right?
than Evan? Is he better
2016.
than Evan Mobley?
I ain't heard this shit. You said Evan No.
Okay.
Nah, Evan Mobley's
Okay,
nice.
so we'll take
Nah.
Jalen
Hold on,
Brown.
Zell.
So
Yeah,
so
you take.
far, so far we'll take off Jalen Brown just cause
We're gonna come back,
just
Red.
cause.
We're gonna come
We're
back
gonna
and
come
revisit
back.
these. Yeah.
Jalen Brown, De'Aaron Fox, and Jimmy Butler were all maybes.
Okay.
All right, so we already at 22. James Harden?
No.
Kawhi Leonard.
I think he's closer.
No.
Sengun.
No.
Sengun.
No.
Hold on. I got
Nah.
Sengun. I got Sengun and Kawhi in the maybes. I ain't even got there.
I ain't
Nah,
even
that-
hear Trey Young.
Oh, I'm getting there. James Harden, y'all said no.
I got no. Yeah, no, he ain't better than James Harden. Never have been.
He's never been better than James
Yeah.
Harden, y'all.
Not
Never.
this
He's
season.
not better than
James
James
Harden
Harden.
had a really good season this year.
Put
He's
James
not
Harden
better
on
than
the
James
list.
Harden.
James
John
Harden
Morant,
on the list.
you think
I
he's
said
better than
who?
James Harden?
Nah.
No.
Oh, okay. John Morant.
Mm. Not bad.
No. No.
Nah.
We doing
Trey
this?
Young.
Mm.
No.
Nah.
Wait, Dirt. Real quick. Did you skip Jaren Jackson Jr. on purpose?
Yeah, he and my maybe.
That's what I'm gonna say. He's in that. Okay, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, they
He and my
close to each
maybe.
other.
Yeah.
What? Do you,
Tyler Hero or Bam. Is he better than both of them?
He might be
Yes.
better than Hero.
he
He
I
might
take
be better
him
than
over
he
Hero.
Bam.
might be better than
I
Hero.
take him over Hero.
I take
But
him over
not
Hero. I'm
Bam.
gonna take him over.
Not
Nah,
Bam.
not Bam.
That's the only.
Bam.
That's the only clear cut one is Hero for me. I give him Hero.
Jalen Brunson and Cat.
Fuck
Fuck
no.
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 Nah.
Okay,
Nah,
and is he better than LaMelo?
Yes, I gotta
Yes,
say
I
yes.
yes
mean,
because
Right
he's
now,
injured.
yes,
LaMelo
yes,
don't
yes,
I'm
play,
gonna.
yes.
so
My
it's
heart
like
says no, but
Look,
he's
look, look,
hurt.
look,
My
look.
heart said
LaMelo
Hey,
I'm
guards
with,
the
hey,
lane
hey, what the
40
word
I'm
you
with, I'm
use,
with EJ.
EJ?
I'm with
The
EJ. I'm
the
with EJ.
the nostalgia
my
tells
heart
me no,
hurts.
but it is.
The
My
nostalgia tells me no,
basketball
but
eyes tell
Look,
me that
yeah.
you know what
my
y'all saying,
basketball
because
eyes
I
tell
yeah,
me
agree.
yes.
yeah, yeah.
LaMelo be out there doing some nut shit.
Melo,
Like,
Nut shit.
Melo,
Yeah.
why?
he
He's
just
a
out there,
nut.
he just out there playing
He's
ball,
not
man.
really a winning guy.
So
So
why don't you
I
just
get
look
it.
on the
No,
same team and ask the same question and ask about Brandon Miller?
Right? I was going
He
to.
not better than Brandon
He's
Miller.
on
He
my
not better than Brandon Miller.
he's on my maybe list.
I don't think he
I don't
better
think
Okay.
than
he's
Brandon
better than
Miller.
Brandon Miller, dog.
This is already, even if we take those three out that I said, we would have been at 28.
God damn.
Damn.
And
I
that's
Hey,
still
haven't
some names
said
I
I
see you
haven't
ain't said
said
yet.
I haven't said Franz.
Yeah, it
Hell
still
oh
a lot of
no.
no,
names
oh
here.
no,
I
that's where we
haven't
stop
said
Oh
at.
God.
So
Franz,
the
we
question
we
be is
we
he
rock
top?
with Franz
So the
over here.
question be is he top
I
50
haven't
instead of top
said
25? Is he
listen,
top
I
50?
haven't said Jamal Murray. I haven't said Sangoon. I haven't said J Dub for
he
the
better than Jamal Murray though.
Thunder.
He better than
What?
Murray?
What?
I haven't said Julius Randle because I think he really live in that area.
I
I
think
got
that's the
talk to
area he
Zell, man.
live in.
I got to ask
I
He
Zell
better
some
didn't
than
I'm
put
just
questions.
saying,
Bledsoe.
Joel.
what has
I didn't
Jamal
put
Murray did? Jamal
Hey
Murray ain't got
EJ,
no
I got a
All Star,
question
no
for
All
you.
NBAs, but he's better.
You say what? He a champion, bro.
He a champion. What?
I
So
haven't
Robert
said
Horry's better than
Joel. Hold
Say
on,
right?
let me
That's what
just
we
let me
Siakam
And
is a
talking
he
about the
champion too.
championship.
hold
We
on,
talking about
but
championships.
I was gonna say, Jamal Murray actually was a big part of them winning though. He carried a lot of them games.
Siakam
he
was
did
too.
average.
He was
He
Man,
did
he
27.
didn't do
average.
EJ, who
he
better?
he didn't do
Who
half
better?
of what Jamal Murray did.
Jamal or
Mm-mm.
Pascal? Who better?
Jamal
Better
Murray,
at
easy.
basketball? I got
So he
Jamal
Yeah.
said,
Murray.
But the
Jamal
list
Yeah.
and the criteria of
Better at
what the fuck
basketball is
Durr is
Jamal
saying.
Murray.
Who's better?
I, so I don't
Huh?
know
And
what
I,
we talking
Give me
about. We just
Jamal
talking about
Murray.
if they go to
All
the
day.
park and play. Are we talking
Yeah.
about
no,
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 park
you
no.
give
like
me
We
retail
talking
Jamal
about.
players?
I
Murray.
thought we talking about the
You can
league.
get
Cause I
Jamal
feel
Murray
like we
off
not
one
really.
leg.
Let
Yeah,
Zell go.
Pascal not gonna get his credit regardless. I see what it is. His name is Pascal Siakam. The way he look, the way he plays, nobody they're not gonna get that man his
Did you
credit.
call
It
us
don't matter
racist?
what he.
You call us
No,
racist?
no,
What you
no,
mean the
no,
Nah,
way he
no.
nah.
look?
Well, fuck it.
It's not
I
that.
well,
It's not
well,
that.
No,
It's
he
well,
just
said
saying.
I'll
it's
It's
be
just
real.
game
saying
week.
the marketability. Like he's not marketable. Like you know what I'm
I
saying
see what you're
with
saying now.
that.
Yeah.
I see.
So it's like we're not gonna push him because
It's not
he's not a
sexy.
marketable
His
player.
game not sexy.
Yeah, we can
But
say that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
but even if we
Jamal
look at
Murray averaged 29 like in like real playoffs.
Hey,
yeah,
I
his
got
Like in
game.
two.
the
I got two
finals,
more
like he
names
was
that we would never
making
leave.
big shots. I ain't
But
even
I feel
finished.
but I feel the same way about Jalen Brown. I was gonna say that too. I feel like Jalen
We
Brown
already said
carried the
Jalen Brown.
Celtics some games.
We was
No,
coming
no,
back
but
to it.
But
Zell
Zell said
said
Oh,
no,
Pascal was better than Jalen Brown. I don't think
and I
none of
don't
us
see
agree
that.
with that.
that's
So
I
who?
don't
nah,
think
tough.
that
none of us
that
agree
that,
with
that
that.
that's a shot to Dub. I
I
don't know
got
what.
two names.
I was trying
He
to
said
do
it's
it
a
with
shot
Okay,
to
Gauff.
say
Dub.
your name.
All
Say
right,
Hey,
it,
that's
Ted.
I'll take
crazy.
it. That was first. That was first. Let me get out
That's
of that was
What you
perfect.
got,
first.
Ted? What you got,
Two
What you
Ted?
got,
names
T?
that may have gone under the radar, but I think that they are like in the same neighborhood. What about Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram?
He better than
I got him
Scotty
over
I
Brandon
Barnes.
skipped.
Ingram.
I
Huh?
skipped
He
the
ain't better
whole
than.
Raptors. I skipped the
That's the
whole Raptors
injuries.
team because they're a
That's the
joke.
injuries, man.
You think he better than Brandon Ingram, EJ? I don't think he better than Brandon Ingram.
I like Brandon Ingram
No,
over Pascal, but the injury shows that Pascal has to be better in a way.
So what
I
about
I
Scotty
like
I
Barnes
just
Brandon.
like
and
I
Siakam
like
more
Brandon
though.
Ingram
I,
better
I
though.
like
The
I
I
like
fact
him
say
that we
over. I
got
like him over
even
Scotty Barnes.
what
go
about
ahead.
Scotty Barnes? I'm not trying to troll neither. I
No,
swear
so
I'm not.
I like him over Scotty Barnes.
I
Okay.
like
They
Pascal.
play.
yeah, that's why
I
I
like
didn't put I
Scotty
didn't
Did
Barnes
they
put
just
play
as
on
a
the same team together?
I didn't put
Pascal,
him on the
Scotty.
list
They
because I
played
thought he was better
Toronto.
than all
they
of
did
them.
play
Yeah,
for
he
the
was
Raptors
young.
together.
He was young then
It was
though.
young
Yeah,
Scotty.
Scotty
Yeah.
was
Pascal
young.
But I'm
Siakam
saying
better than Laurie
Scotty
Marketing.
got his first All Star
I
run since
skipped the
Pascal
Jazz,
on
but
the
I thought
team.
about it, Ted. I
Is
skipped the
Pascal Siakam
Jazz.
better than Laurie Marketing?
I thought about it heavy,
I'm
and
with
I
I ain't
you,
gonna
didn't
even,
put
Joe.
them
But I'm
all.
gonna, I'm
I
gonna
ain't
say
gonna
the
even watch. I ain't
uncomfortable
gonna even
shit.
lie.
Is
I
he
ain't even
I
better than
watched
think
the
Laurie
Laurie
Marketing?
Marketing. I ain't even watched
I
that
think
game. I'm
so. I
sorry.
think Siakam is better.
I
I think Siakam is better.
thought he was slightly better. I didn't put it on there,
I
Lori,
but
got him
I
better.
don't
Lori,
know. It's a
Lori Larry Markin
That
got lost. He got lost in Utah, low key. Just being in Utah, people don't really
I didn't
they
say
forget about him.
Joel either because he hurt all the time, but he
Yeah, he
clearly
bet, but
better than
Joel still better.
Joel clearly
Joel
What
better
still
than
about
him.
better.
what
Joel
about
still
Darius
better.
Kawhi,
Garland, y'all? What about Darius Garland?
Darius Garland, Jaren Jackson, and Sabonis.
You
I
said
had
you
him
said is
on
he
On
better?
there.
Hey,
Sabonis.
there's no way in no
You
Sabonis
said
is slept
universe
on.
that somebody
Sabonis
is
slept
saying
on.
that Pascal is better than Tyrese, but not better than Darius. Y'all, we gotta stop it.
no no
Stop
no
it.
no no.
Stop it. Stop it.
I didn't. We didn't answer.
Nobody
We didn't
said he
answer.
was better than. Who said he was better than
No
Maxey?
no.
Zip?
I
No,
don't.
you talking about
Dale
Tyrese
did.
Halliburton? I thought. Oh.
No,
Dale
Injuries,
I,
said
injuries.
Pascal was better than
He said for
I'm just saying,
injuries
like,
though. He
I'm
talking
just
about
I
saying,
got
injuries.
you talking about injuries and stuff.
with that Garland question though.
I
EJ,
don't care.
is
What
Pascal
is
not more is Pascal not more efficient? Like I'm
than
saying,
who?
like does
then
he than
then who?
Garland? There's Garland.
I think where he
I think
lives
there.
at. I
I
think
like.
I think
I
because
don't
of
know.
where
I'm
he
lost
lives
on
at
that.
when he scores.
I think I like Darius Garland game and it looked better, but I think Pascal
Yeah,
might
Pascal might be a little bit
it
better, but
might be a
that's
little
fine.
better and effective
He's
winner.
still in
I'm
the
not mad at that.
no matter what we say, he in the
That's
30s
what
or the
we getting at.
40s.
Yeah, he like
There
top
you go.
50. I say top 50.
Yeah, I mean,
He at least 30.
I
So
mean,
with
on a
that
If we
being
small
had,
said,
team.
y'all, with that,
if we got
go
picks
ahead.
unanimous, yeah, that's what it's gonna be. Top 30, top 35.
Top
If we had
30,
picks
Yeah, he in
which
unanimous,
ain't
that. He in
bad.
that.
But
He
with
yeah.
that
living.
being said, my question was, why is it that now, knowing that, so if we saying that the Pacers have nobody outside of Tyrese Halliburton that's in the top 30, right?
Yeah.
Why isn't
Yeah,
Tyrese
and he like in the
Halliburton?
20s.
Yeah, why
Huh?
he ain't renowned as one of the best point guards?
Oh,
You
okay,
said
I see what you're
Halliburton
saying.
You get what
because
I'm
his
saying?
game ain't sexy.
Play
It
like
look like
Urkel.
it like an old game. He ain't got no Urkel like I like it because I like point. I know I like point guard play, but he doesn't have like a sexy game. It's the same reason that Trey Young is looked over for the most part. They just not on
It's
teams
not
that people
appealing.
really want
I'm
to
not
watch
mad
for
at that.
real, and it's not appealing. Now Trey Young has a sexy game.
Oh,
Halliburton
that's
don't.
good. We had to talk about this, y'all. I forgot. We
Trey
go
Young
ahead, Dirk. You
just
got something?
don't.
Trey Young's my guy.
What I like Trey Young.
You know.
My son's favorite player is Trey Young,
Shut up,
but
Yeah,
Taylor.
he
I
ain't.
hate
It
you.
doesn't.
Shut up.
It doesn't.
Let me.
He
We
never.
didn't talk
He ain't
about
really
this. Oh,
had
go
much
ahead,
to
Dirk.
work with, man. He ain't had much to work with.
Yeah.
but
Um.
he's always averaged like 20 and like
No, he's a
11 though.
bucket.
Yeah,
No,
something
no,
like
He's been
that.
averaging
he's
a double
incredible.
double
No,
since
no,
he's
no.
been in the league.
He's
Since he been
incredible.
here.
He's
Yeah.
incredible. When you see him in person and you see how small he is, and he get wherever he want, he's incredible, bro. But
Yeah.
I mean, you align him with John Collins, and you know,
We got
He
I
ain't
got a
Zach
even
question.
there.
Hold on, hold on.
Dang.
Ricochet.
Hold
Jalen
on.
Johnson is good now, but he got
I
hurt.
got a
I
question
love
though, real
Jalen
quick,
Johnson.
and this might be a little controversial.
Go ahead, Rick.
Trey better than Ja.
Yeah,
Duh.
that ain't controversial at all.
We all
I
Yeah, I'm
got,
know
okay
this.
with that.
but
I'm
niggas
okay
gonna
with
pick
that.
Ja based off
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I'm
Fact.
saying. Like Trey better than Ja. Like he should be
I
in
don't
that
even think
same
that's controversial
category.
at all. I think that's
Uh,
Ja taking a
obvious.
hit, man.
that's
Listen,
almost
cause
disrespectful
I
to Trey.
guarantee if you go put that shit
Yeah.
on Facebook, they gonna be all right here. You know how they do,
What?
man. You know
Oh
exactly what I'm
man.
talking
Hey, let
about.
me
They
Yeah.
gonna
let
be
me
in
let
my
me let
head
me
literally.
hey let me temperature check right now, man. How about that?
Go
Hey,
ahead.
Dirk, name 5 point guards right now better than Tyrese Halliburton.
5 point guards in the league, better than Halliburton.
Because he the new cast member. I want to see his energy.
They,
That's all.
they
Make,
gonna go Jalen Brunson.
No, he
make sure
cool.
they play
I
60
mean,
more
I ain't
games
tripping.
too.
I just want to hear. I never asked
No,
him. I need to know. I
I'm
need to know where he at with it.
Mm,
That's
Since you
ooh.
don't like Tyrese, make it make
It's
sense
your,
that
it's
then
your
you can name
initiation
5
sheet
people
right here,
better than
man.
him.
Who don't like Tyrese?
who don't like
Oh, I
Tyrese?
thought you didn't like Tyrese.
Mm-mm.
No, no,
Fuck.
no. I like Tyrese.
Oh,
He
He
just
don't
said they
like him
I
gonna
as
just
much as
lose.
didn't say
I
he
do.
wasn't a top. EJ said he was in the top 5 in the NBA. I
I
didn't
said
agree
10,
with that.
nigga. I
I
didn't say
don't think
5. I
he.
said top 10.
Oh, I don't think he's better than Donovan Mitchell. But I
He
don't
top
think
10.
they play
He's
the
top
same
10.
position
all right. So
either.
give me 5 point guards better than Tyrese right now, then, Brody.
Come on.
Mm,
On the spot.
Yeah, I
okay,
got you. I had to do it.
I like that. Depending on what we call point guards.
Hey, however
Steph
you want to cook it, however you want to cut it, however you want to cook it, however
is
you want to fry it.
SGA a point guard.
He a
Yep,
point
go
guard.
ahead.
Yeah,
Yep,
You
say
can
it.
call
Okay,
point
definitely a
guards
point
too.
SGA.
guard.
It don't matter.
Okay,
They listen,
SGA.
guys.
Okay, that's
Steph.
one.
Steph.
Steph
Uh,
Curry. You said
yeah,
Steph Curry?
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not mad at you. I'm really not. That's a good pool.
What is Luca?
He a point guard.
Yeah,
He play
point
point
guard.
guard. He a
Yeah,
point
point
guard.
guard.
Give me Luca.
That's 3. Hey, it's gonna get muddy for 4 and 5.
Yeah, it's gonna get muddy because it's either gonna be Halle or Cade, probably.
I don't think it's muddy.
Right?
I don't
I don't
think it's
think it's
muddy.
muddy neither.
Right.
I
It's a
I could
I think there's
I
a
could have
couple other
named
names in there.
I could have named
Cade
I could have named a
Cunningham,
few more
There's
niggas
a
that
lot.
numbers
There's a lot
better.
of
I said
comparables.
Cade. I said,
So
oh,
you,
JB.
Are you,
JB.
you got Brunson over Hadley.
Hey, look, it was
that's
crazy.
5.
My
I
You,
nigga,
like Halle. I like
I'm
Halle
not mad
game
at you.
over
I'm
Brunson.
not
no.
mad at
We
you.
just
I just
hey,
we
want
just
to see
asking.
the
hey, Ted,
caliber of players that
Cade.
you're gonna put above them.
hey, Ted, for the sake of argument, that ain't numbers was better than Halliburton.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just asking the question.
Just,
James
I was gonna
scoring was
say
better than
game.
Halliburton.
I
His
yeah.
want to
scoring.
know. The reason why I
That's the
asked Dirt is
guys.
because I want to know how much impact does recency bias have versus what we've already seen.
Oh, it got a
Like
lot of recency bias.
winning. So if I average 25-7, 21-7, and you average 26-5, but I went to the finals and you didn't even get out the first round,
Yeah.
who better?
I don't. You know what I
They go,
don't like? I
they
don't
just
like
gonna
the
say
word
your
recency
team
bias,
better.
Red. I don't like the recency
It's
bias
hard.
because it's recent because I'm winning. It's not
Yeah, yeah.
recency bias at all. It's because I'm winning.
Is
I'm
you
here
see
because
me because of what I did.
I'm with y'all, but I think
Dame ass was on that bench talking crazy
no,
to
he
me
did.
and
He
talking.
did,
I'm
and
gonna
he
do this and
told
I'm
his
gonna do that, and
Achilles.
I
Yeah,
beat you.
yeah, I get it.
I'm here. That's what. So I
Hey,
don't
He
like
on
when
the
people
other.
say recency bias. I beat you, nigga.
Yeah,
That's
I
the other
think
part of it
I think Dame is going on the other end of his
of his career. He is
of his
35.
It's,
career,
He is
and
35.
Halliburton is on the rise, and he
But you know
putting
how
people on
crazy.
notice.
But listen, you know how crazy for us to say that he's going on the bottom
Yeah,
side of his
and he
career.
cold. Yeah, he's still
Because he's
cold.
averaging 26. 26 is a max contract for a lot of people. You hear me? 26 and 5 is a
No,
max contract for a lot of
but
people.
he
But
but he 35 though. He
but the
34,
I get it. I
35.
get it.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
what I'm
so
that's
saying
what
yeah.
I'm
is,
saying. That's what
so
I'm saying.
Steph is 35, right?
yeah, but Steph was a different.
36, something
But
like
you got
that.
to think like Steph 36,
There's
but his
only
He
leg.
on the other
2 point difference in
side.
their
Now,
PPG. There's
listen,
only 2 point difference in their PPGs. 2 points.
but check what I'm saying though.
He on the
He
other side too.
he is, but he
Okay.
36. But Steph probably got
I like
more
that, Jared. That's
time.
it. You good?
But no, he is. But
Yeah.
Steph got more time because Steph got younger legs than Dame. Because Steph got
Okay.
hurt early, so he got a lot of like
Well,
So you think
Dame
that
got
he's
an
doing a lot of
Achilles,
back
so
end
he's
injuries now?
shit over with.
it's
Yeah,
over
with
with
Dame,
now.
it's over with
Dame
Dame.
is
Yeah,
over with now.
Yeah,
that
But
shit.
Dame spent too much time in Portland, and that's what hurt him. Him
Yeah,
spending all that
he
time
killed
in
the
But the
ball
Portland
quick.
hurt
point the
him.
point that I'm trying to make is why as there is because we have to realize the journey, right? So you know how we give Dirk a lot of credit for that old 2011 run, and
yeah,
it's not as good. Don't even quote me on that. But what I'm saying is, I done beat Giannis, I done beat Jalen Brunson, and I done beat Donovan Mitchell 70 win team,
Beat
and
the
now I
Celtics,
stole
and I beat the
game 1
Celtics.
against OKC, another 70 game win team. These teams that Halliburton is beating are not like.
I'ma say it, bro. Don't nobody give a damn about Halliburton because he corny, bro. That's it, bro. Like that's
He
all.
He went to
corny.
Iowa
Listen,
State.
now listen, listen, listen,
How much
listen,
he
aura do
is.
you
listen,
expect that
listen.
this kid
Them
had?
shoes
He
is
went to
hard.
Yeah,
Iowa
The shoes,
State.
Now
his
listen,
shoes is hard. I don't care what
look,
y'all say.
I'm just
Them
telling y'all
pumas
why
he's
on the
niggas.
corny
red.
though. He is
I'm just
corny
telling
though.
y'all why niggas don't like Halliburton. I'ma say it. They think he
Them
corny.
cardigans
I
is
think he
awful.
cold. I think he
Ooh,
cold,
wait.
but
The
I think
fit,
he
the
Them
cold,
fits,
but
the
people
fits
cardigans,
just
do
think
be crazy.
he
The fits be
corny.
crazy.
But
Like he
y'all
be
know,
You
trying
know
to
what?
fit the
cardigans is
jazzy and stuff
y'all
nasty.
know
too. Nah,
basketball the only sport where you gotta have an aura and some swag for motherfuckers to like you, bro.
yeah.
That's
Straight
all I'm
up,
saying,
you
bro.
gotta have a little.
He
Yeah,
the dude, he EJ. He gonna come to the court. He ain't gonna have no
I ain't
name
corny,
brand shit
hoe. Fuck you
on.
talking about? I ain't corny, bitch ass. Fuck you talking
I
about?
had to throw the
Fuck
jab.
you
I had to
talking
throw the
about?
jab. I had to throw the
man.
jab. But look, he gonna
He
come to
talking
the
about
court.
the swag.
I'm just talking
I
about the
know
sweat.
what
He'll
you
come to the
saying.
court. He'll
EJ
come
come
to
to
the
the
court.
court straight busy.
You got me fucked up now.
Nah,
What we
I
doing?
wouldn't
Yeah,
come.
that was
I just
crazy.
can't. I just
Yeah, that
walk
was
out,
crazy.
come back.
I had to jab him because he talk shit to me all the time. But no,
That
but
was
like
crazy.
the dude out there with the drunk V-neck t-shirt on, the socks that's
Oh
too
yeah,
Oh
long.
my
Come out,
I
god.
do out there
that's
looking crazy.
Halliburton. That's Halliburton.
Man, EJ
No
be there
dirt.
just to goddamn
You
get buckets
remember
and strap
But
up.
when I
that
played
nigga Ian
against
come
Trey
with two
that day?
mismatched socks on, bro.
I
Yeah,
did. That day I
That
played
nigga
Trey
come
for the
to
bread. I had on I had on a purple shirt,
you ain't give a you don't.
That's what I'm
pinstripe
saying.
Michigan shorts,
Nah, you
two
don't
mismatched
care,
socks.
bro.
I was
And
looking
see,
crazy.
and
Trey
that's what I'm
just knew
Like
he
saying though.
had me.
E.
But
Trey
looking
knew
like
he
in
Wesley
had me.
Snipes on
college,
white man
in,
can't jump.
in college though, we
Crazy.
ain't had no bread. In
Nah,
college,
but
we
Oh
look,
my
ain't had no
god.
bread.
Hey,
but
Dirt,
So
nah,
that
but
shit
look,
got me weak, dog.
but this is what I'm saying though. Y'all would show up in y'all regular hoop shit. I'm gonna show up in
yeah,
some Jordans, some shit that look cute is gonna match.
yeah, I'm
I look
always
the part.
matched.
So I look
Yeah,
the part. People like, oh, he cold. Even if I'm sorry,
That's how
I
Ubon
look
was. There,
cold.
rest in peace to
You know
Ubon.
what
Ubon used to dress fly
yeah.
than a mother.
But
Ubon
I'm
used to
saying?
get it
But
up.
then you got
but
Halliburton that's ugly and killing.
but it's worse when you fly and you sorry.
Yeah,
I
It's
agree.
that's
way
true.
worse.
But you
Like,
get it.
oh
Yeah.
But you
man,
still. But hold on. But look, for lack of better words, you
Hey,
still might get the hoes though. You
but you
know,
gotta think
like,
about it.
you might get the
If
hoes.
you
he
fly and
That's
you
got
true.
sorry,
Halliburton got the white girls.
if you fly
He
and you
love
ain't
them
no
too.
good, you might get a Wingstop commercial.
That's
There you
true.
go.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's true. Cause
Hey,
look,
Shout
cause Halliburton,
shout to
hey,
Jalen Green.
cause I was just gonna say, cause Halliburton definitely played better than
Jalen
Jalen
Green.
Green, and I wasn't even finna throw no
Shout out to
jab. I wouldn't
Jalen
think
Green is
about that.
crazy.
Zell
He
made
No,
can
that
I don't
smoke
even
that
jab.
want to
bitch.
talk about
Zell
Jalen
made that
Green. I don't
jab.
even want to talk
Oh
about
man.
Jalen Green.
Oh man,
I don't
dirt.
want to say nothing about Jalen Green.
Oh, don't do it. Don't talk about it.
He
Don't do
said
it.
he
Don't
might.
do it.
That nigga said he might get a Wingstop commercial. That was good, Zell. Comedic timing.
Jalen
I like
Green
that
need
one.
to just
Saying, man.
stop. Jalen Green need to just stop.
Look
Like
at
how you
Hey,
get
Ted.
that
say
Hold
dog.
on.
Wingstop commercial?
Listen, man. He
You had
can't.
to
He
drink
Ted,
can't.
somebody
hold
hand for
on.
that
Is Ted
commercial.
the one that like Jalen
He
Green?
loved Jalen
Ted is the
Green.
one that like Jalen Green.
No, Jalen Green. Jalen Green Asian.
Yeah,
That's
you
probably
don't
why.
love
He got
Jalen
the
Green.
Asian
I
He
look.
dude,
do.
man.
I
But
do.
I'm gonna
I
tell you,
gave
Love
my.
man,
him.
See,
Jalen Green,
I'm not gonna fake it for the camera. I spoke so highly of this
he
dude
did.
the regular season. I used to talk hella shit to all of them, and I shut him up for about 3/4 of it. But
Man,
then
he
when the
didn't.
playoffs came,
11
About
points,
these dudes,
8 points,
Man,
6
bro,
points,
that
3/4 of
man,
the
36
season,
points.
Three
That man
quarters of
over
the
there getting
season, I was
points.
popping shit. And the month before the playoffs started, he averaged 30, and I was like, yeah, he a
Jalen
fucking
Green.
dog. I
Jalen
used to
Green over there
text them.
getting
I used to text
drained,
all of
man.
them separately, like Jalen Green is the
You
top
hear
5
me?
shooting guard. Shut
You
the
know,
fuck up.
He over
And
there
them
getting
niggas,
drained. He getting rinsed around and rinsed it off, man. She old. That cougar putting it on. He ain't got no
Man,
legs when he gets to the
He don't
gym,
know what
man.
to do with that
He
hot
getting
rag come
drained.
in.
Yeah,
Get that
he
warm
getting
rag out
drained.
here.
Yeah,
man,
he getting
Jalen
drained.
Green, so he has
Them
spurts
young
in
hoes don't give
different
out them
seasons.
warm rags.
Man,
Even
I'm telling
even last year, he had a spurt where I was like, all right, he getting it. He hitting the curve. He about to be elite,
yeah.
and he always end up regressing. And it's just he take bad shots,
shots.
man.
Yep.
Like he
Terrible
just take a
shots.
lot of bad ones, and you be like, why are you 3 for 14? It's because 12 of them was terrible.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but he can
I,
They-
so
but he
first
can
of all,
finish but he can
fir-
finish to the hole though. So I
Look at
don't know
my
why he
nigga
don't go
Ted,
to
man.
like why he don't
man,
drive.
it's
Like he
crazy
can
though
he put
because
some
he can
weight
I
just
on.
I
drive
He
can't
can
it.
put some
say
weight on.
nothing, Red, because his
Yeah.
playoffs was so horrid
Oh my
that there's
God, they
nothing
was
for me to
terrible.
say. There's nothing. But listen, the
Oh,
only thing that Jalen Green proved in this postseason is they're gonna franchise Sengun and Amen.
that's it.
That's what he solidified. He solidified Amen Thompson and Sengun for Houston. And if they do a solid trade for like a
I wish they
medium
would
or
get
a good
Giannis.
player, yeah,
The
Mhm.
he's gonna be
Rockets?
a part of that trade bait package with Tari Eason and Jabari Smith.
Y'all just gotta stay at home, bro.
That's the one team I don't want to get Giannis. I like their young team. I like their
I
core.
think, I think,
Guys
I
with
think that
with
They need
Sengun and
they need
Eason and all them.
They gotta switch some
they need
pieces
somebody
like
that they
one to
need
two.
somebody that they can go to get a bucket,
I
man,
prefer Devin
consistently.
Booker
They
out there. I prefer Devin Booker. If
Giannis,
you can trade to
Giannis
get
need
him,
to
I prefer that.
get
Giannis need to stay home, bro. Giannis
He
ain't a
needs to stay
good
in
fit for a
Milwaukee.
Jalen
lot of
Green need to
teams,
go
bro.
to
He's not a
Milwaukee by himself, and he can shoot all
Nah,
the shots he
he can link
wants.
up with Kevin Porter. They'll be nice
They'll
in
be. That's
That'll
what they was
Milwaukee.
be
doing at
they will be
first.
Yeah,
they'll
they
be in
they
the lottery every
they
year.
they gonna
I
rebuild
think,
the culture over there.
I
Boy,
think, I
they
think,
about
I
to get
think.
Kevin
single as hell
Porter
if
So
and
we,
they
Jalen
start playing
Green.
together.
we be speaking about
Uh,
these trades and these
that boy going to
hypotheticals,
get
bro.
they gonna go get that boy from BYU, man. They run out
Giannis,
Kevin Porter.
The banter,
Man,
AJ the banter.
Giannis
They
can't go
going to get
nowhere
that.
but Milwaukee, bro. He can't like
You
his
ain't wrong,
value. He
Red.
can go everywhere, but he does not help nobody team, bro. Like
Who?
he need to stay where he at.
He helped the
be
Hawks.
honest,
He helped
Listen what I'm
Atlanta.
saying. Listen what I'm. Yeah,
He'll
because they
be
ain't got no.
fine in
Because
Atlanta.
they don't got nobody else. That's
Oh
my
well,
point. It would
shit.
just
I'm
be
just
him and
saying.
So
Trey.
you telling me that he wouldn't help a good team?
No,
Hold
Oh,
on, I can't
Damn.
run out.
and I,
I couldn't
and I,
run
and I,
out
and I'm gonna
Reed
tell you.
Shepard, Dylan Brooks, Amen, Giannis,
Yeah.
and
Hold on. I get what you saying, Dirk, because they young. So yes, because they gon' defer to me.
yeah, y'all
I'm
can
saying,
have Fred VanVleet. Pick who y'all want.
I tell you
Jabari,
what, Dirk.
Fred,
listen. I get.
Jalen,
Listen.
Kevin.
Everybody
Matter of
must
fact,
go.
Look,
I'm
what
not
I'm
add the
giving
saying.
up
rest
a
of the
Ben
Rockets.
Thompson. I can't give up
But,
Ben Thompson, y'all.
but what
No,
I'm saying is like,
I said
Oh, you
Hold
join
on,
did?
together
hold
Street.
on,
on
I
the
want to
hold
team.
keep
on,
Tory.
hold
I want
on.
to
nah,
You
keep
wouldn't do a one
Tory
for
a
one?
man.
nah,
You wouldn't
fuck
do a
no.
1-for-1?
Hell, fuck no. Look, the
One
only
for
What's the
reason
one
why
one
for
for
one,
one.
Red?
Who?
What's the one for one?
who
No,
you
I
talking
said you wouldn't do a man for Giannis right now.
fuck
Huh?
no. Yeah,
No,
he
no.
said a man times for Giannis. No.
No, I'm asking EJ because EJ said he's
Oh,
not giving up a man. So what I'm saying is, I'm in the door hollering at you, hey EJ,
Mm-mm.
I need a man Thompson
I need a
for
man
Giannis.
too.
Mm-mm.
I gotta
No.
keep
Stay
a
in
man, bro.
Milwaukee.
Nah,
Yeah,
look,
bro. I
Stay
gotta
in
keep a man.
Milwaukee.
when I
Listen,
a man's future is too
I'm gonna say,
bright. His future's too
a
bright. I
man
can't
You
is
got
give
to
the.
him
take
$10
Jalen. I'll
million.
be on the phone if I'm the Rockets and say y'all got to get Jalen too. Y'all got to get him.
Y'all
Please take him.
gotta say
Please take him.
Jalen.
Hey,
but
he's not staying here.
I said what I said
He
because I
got to
said
go.
Giannis.
His bag's already packed.
Y'all was
Yeah,
saying
Jalen
Giannis is
got
like a
to go.
good.
Y'all don't want Jalen?
Y'all was saying Giannis is like a good. Y'all was saying Giannis is like a good team. If you talking about Giannis going to some trash, I agree with y'all. But if he going to a
What I,
good team, fuck no,
that's what
because
Red.
he
What
ain't
I
gonna
was
sit on the.
saying,
He ain't gonna
y'all.
sit on the block. A good
What
team,
I
he
was
gotta play
saying
his
was
role
you
there.
gotta. If I'm trading for
What's
the
the
Rockets,
role? Get
you gotta
get
give
the
me a Ben
ball and
Thompson.
get Eddie and 15 every
All
night.
right, hold on. Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. I'm gonna give you one because I'm a Laker fan. If you put Giannis with us, right?
Same.
Listen, if you put Giannis with us, right? It's not enough balls to go around. No Diddy.
Hey
This
yo,
is not a Diddy
That
party.
was
There's not
crazy. I
enough
can't
balls to
lie.
go around.
They can Wilson Brown in Milwaukee.
hey
You
yo.
gonna have to trade. You gonna
You
have
going
to trade. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like with
Wilson
anybody
Bronny
that
can go to
listen,
Milwaukee right now. They
Yo,
can
listen, bro.
take Bronny,
hey fucking
Look,
yo.
Savannah.
I
I
said
want
no
all
Diddy.
of them in
Look, I
Milwaukee.
said no Diddy. Look. All
Rich
I'm saying
Paul.
is Giannis with a good team, he has to play the typical four. He want to do too much. Now with them young niggas, of course, he can go rock out, do what you want to do.
Yeah, they need somebody that can get a bucket.
I
But I'm
gotta.
just said on the
listen,
good team.
I think you can go to the Cavs. I think you can trade Evan
Yeah, that
Mobley, Darius Garland, and let him
And
and
giving
Donovan
up
Mitchell
Evan
rock
Mobley.
out.
And then you know
I'm
what you
not
got?
either,
You
but
got
I'm
you know what you
disagreeing with
got?
the fact that he can't go to a good team. I think
But
Oh
Giannis
you
no,
know
I
what?
disagree
The
completely with
Cavs make
Red.
the
Man,
Cavs
y'all know
make
that. Hold
some
on,
I
sense
disagree.
though.
I don't know what Red
hold
got
on.
going on with Giannis.
Listen, bro, y'all gonna have to trade the house for this nigga. And then if you
Yeah.
put him with the Cavs, they ain't shit but the
let
Bucks
me
all
keep
over
Donovan
again.
Mitchell
We're gonna be the
because
same
Donovan
team.
Mitchell's a second fiddle
Yeah.
Listen,
player.
they're the
Let him be
Bucks. They're the
second
Bucks.
fiddle, and you
E,
get
they are the
Giannis.
Bucks. E, they are the Bucks all over again. E, are you listening to me?
Boy, disrespectful, man.
Yeah, he is. But if you trade him to the Cavs, they're the Bucks all over again. You only gonna
Not if I
They
got
have
won a
Donovan
chip.
Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell as the two guy is
hey.
great.
No, they're not the Bucks
Hold on,
all
hold
over
on,
again
hold on,
with
They
Donovan
No,
hold on.
they're
Mitchell.
twenty-one
not.
bucks.
What you say there? You said they won a championship. Giannis
Yeah,
ain't
Twenty
won
I
a
know. I'm
one.
championship.
saying they're not the Bucks because Donovan Mitchell's better than all that he had.
Donovan
Chris
He
Mitchell's better
not
than
better
Middleton.
Dame
than
right now.
he not better than
He's better
Dame
than Dame.
Lillard.
Right
Yeah,
now
yeah,
he
right
is.
now he
Today.
is for
Right
sure.
today. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So,
right
so
now.
at the first
Right now.
when the trade first went through, he was not better than Dame Lillard. Now, right now,
I don't know
yes.
about that, Red. I don't know.
I
I'm gonna
don't
say
know
Who
about
this:
that either,
I
as
don't know
Red.
about that.
Damian Lillard on
Put
the
put
Bucks,
that
put
Donovan
man.
put
Mitchell
Come
has always
put
been
on,
put.
better
Red.
Hold on,
than
hold on.
Dame.
Let me do it EJ
Come
again.
on.
Pull your numbers out again, EJ. Before
Which one,
before
Donovan
before
Mitchell?
before Dame went to the Bucks, Dame numbers was
Okay.
And
better than
Dame was
Dame
out
Lillard.
there shooting out there with Anthony Simons.
Give a damn what he was
Don't you
doing.
pull them numbers up.
I give a
Don't
damn what
you
he was
pull them
doing.
numbers up.
Y'all throw numbers up any other time. And what EJ tell me, we're
Man,
the
he
way
was
you can
out
He
win.
there
got good
tossing that
numbers.
shit up.
Listen,
You
Donovan
had good
Mitchell's numbers
numbers
his last
too.
two seasons is 26,
Mm-hmm.
26.6,
All right.
28.3, 26, and 26.
Ooh.
So it's
All right.
not
And
like
first team All
What
NBA.
what's Dame's career average?
don't be
Probably
trying to go to career.
27.
That ain't what we
I'm just say
talking
probably
about.
Nah, nah,
27,
nah. I
28,
want. We
We
29.
ain't
talking
talking
about
about career.
Giannis.
We talking about
We talking about
he
Giannis
got
and
to the
Donovan
Bucks.
Mitchell
But no.
tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
What I'm
Now,
saying is
now,
at the
Dame, now
beginning, hold
Dame
up.
before he got traded, Red, you're right. Dame before he got traded was 32 that season.
That's all I'm
32.2.
saying.
Insane.
So
You're not wrong. But
so
that
what I'm
next
saying
year
is
he
I
Dirk.
wasn't.
like Donovan Mitchell.
But
He
listen what
had
I'm saying.
nobody.
But listen what I'm saying. His numbers dropped because he had to go play with Giannis.
I got you.
What I'm saying is
Yeah.
if you got
Better.
Dame, you got Giannis, and you got Middleton. Middleton was cold too. If you send him over there, Darius Garland falls into the line of Middleton, and
Okay.
then Donovan
I'm
Mitchell's
going,
gonna
y'all
be the
boys
new
to Vegas.
Dame. So the numbers are
All right,
gonna
Ted.
drop. That's all I'm saying. The numbers are gonna drop. Because for one, Dame is more of a willing passer than Donovan Mitchell's ever been.
Yeah, that's true. Let me ask y'all
Yep.
this. Let me ask y'all this. So, oh
That's
my
true.
bad, because I want to make sure we refocus back because we went off on a goddamn
We still
tangent.
got to talk. We still got to talk
Yeah,
about
that
the
was
ones
crazy.
too.
We do, but game two, who y'all got winning today? Game two predictions. We ain't say.
Okay, see by 27.
I'm right with Zia just for the sake of the argument, man.
I
I'm
got
going
The
Pacers
Pacers,
Pacers.
winning.
man. I'm going
Oh
Pacers.
my God.
I got the
Listen, if
Pacers.
the Pacers
I'm
win
going
today, the
Pacers,
Pacers gonna win
dog.
this series, y'all. If the
Pacers
I'm
by
Pacers
going
five.
win
Pacers,
today,
dog.
I
The
don't think the
OKC
Pacers
about to
win,
put
man.
the OKC about to put a straight jacket on these boys tonight, man. They getting blown out tonight. They
Oh
What
getting
they
blown
yeah.
out tonight.
what they at OKC?
Yo,
Yeah,
you know what?
OKC.
Look,
Yeah,
hey, hey, Zia,
they
this the
getting
only
blown
fear.
out.
This the only fear, Zia. Because
They
they
getting
just
blown out
lost.
tonight.
How they just lost? Watch how the referees officiate this game in the first quarter, Zia.
Welcome,
Oh
And
man,
and
not
they'll
the
tell you.
refs
no,
already.
I
Red,
gotta
Oh
see the
no,
God.
officiating list
Red.
too. If I see Scott
Ah.
Foster on there,
Welcome back, Chet tonight. Chet
Hey,
gonna be back
listen,
tonight.
listen, guys.
Chet gonna
He,
I
play
know,
he
better
got to
for
show
sure.
up.
Chet got to play
and
better.
I know y'all hate when I do this referee shit, but I guarantee you it's gonna be a bunch of early chippy calls in the favor of OKC.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but they're gonna win this
They
game.
probably
That's
gonna
That's
we
get
all.
that.
I
But
can't
this one,
control all that. I'm just saying he asked me who gonna win.
nah, but this what I be saying. This is all I've been, and this all I've been saying all series. If you pay attention to every game OKC lose, right? The next game,
Which
whoever they start, whoever's guarding Shea, they getting that early foul trouble. It is not feel me
well let
So
me
you
all
saying the NBA
playoffs.
is rigged? Is rigged for OKC to win the championship?
Nigga, we've
no
been on
way.
the hold on, wait. I'm not saying the NBA. I'm not saying for them to win the championship, but I'm saying the NBA has been rigged since Sacramento. The Lakers beat Sacramento, and I'm a Laker fan, so we know what go on in the NBA. We know what these referees do.
There's no way they rigged for OKC Indiana.
No. I don't.
That's fair too.
I'm saying
Ain't,
this. I'm saying
ain't
this.
nobody
That's fair too.
ain't nobody
Hey guys,
trust.
Not those two cities.
Not the
Shay's your MVP.
True.
These niggas be on money line just like we be on money line. I guarantee they got some picks in there, and there's gonna be some early calls.
They
we
gonna
gonna
get
see,
bigger
man.
than
I got
line.
SG. I got the
OKC
Thunder
by
winning by plus 10, man. Plus 10.
Whoever
They gonna
whoever
they
for
gonna
go
spank
sure.
their ass.
Plus
hey
15.
whoever go and Shay at the top of the game
It's gonna be
two.
Nembhard.
He gonna have 2 fouls
Too
within the
early.
first 5 minutes of
Too
the
early.
game. Bet
We're getting
money.
Nembhard out early today. Yeah, we're gonna get Nembhard out early.
But you,
They
but
not
you know,
dropping
I don't
money.
like. I don't.
They got to put Ben
What,
Shepherd on him, and he gonna get 60.
you know why I don't like that, Dirt? I don't like
Nah,
it
Shepard gonna
because
play 5 minutes.
it
Get out of
happens though. Like SGA draws a lot of fouls, so
He
it
does.
you could be right. You could be right and
listen,
not
I'm
be
just
right.
playing into what Red's
Yeah.
saying because
I know.
all it sounds like he's saying is OKC gonna win, and that's
No,
the
That's
point.
what I look. I said I'm riding with the Pacers for the sake of the argument, but I feel like
But
they gonna win. What I'm saying is, every
hold
nigga
on,
that's a star player or superstar in these type of games, they get a whistle from Lakers, from Kobe
and
to
Shea getting a
Jordan. They
whistle
get a whistle. He
regardless.
gonna get a
Yeah,
whistle.
but
Shea
it's
gonna
a
get a win.
talent to
That's what
it's a
Shea gonna get a win.
talent to know, but it's a talent to draw fouls, y'all. We were saying this about every guy that ever shot a bunch of free throws. Trae Young, James Harden,
Mhm.
blah 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 blah. For so on
Yeah,
and so on. They
y'all wanna,
always say, yo, they be flopping, blah blah blah. But it's a lot of people that
that's true.
be
But
trying to do it.
I'm gonna tell you
They
how we know
can't
this
do it.
bullshit,
They
Dirk. I'm
can't
gonna tell
do
you
it.
how I know this. Look, I'm gonna tell you how we know this bullshit,
I'm
Dirk.
not a fan of
Now,
flops.
listen though. I guarantee
Let
you
me put
next
it out
year.
there.
Remember how they did James Harden? I guarantee you
Yeah,
next year it's gonna be a lot of shit that they change on these rule calls for SGA.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh
They're
yeah,
gonna charge it.
yeah.
It's gonna be a lot
I
of shit
think so.
changing. I
I agree.
I can
guarantee
yeah.
see
you.
They
that
gonna do
too.
it. They do it to everybody. Trae Young, they gonna cut them off a little bit. But
Just because of the narrative
Shea a
for sure.
bucket, bro. They
He
can't do
still
nothing,
have
but
30.
they can't. Yeah, they still can't do nothing with
Oh, I'm
him.
not saying he's not a bucket. I'm just saying
Certified.
they gonna I'm just saying he's
He's
certified.
special.
Whistle. He gonna get a whistle. He gonna get a
All
whistle.
right, fair enough. Look, come on, man. Let's move on. Let's get to these ones, man, so I can let y'all
Hold on,
boys go.
Zell.
Oh, you got some. Oh, Zell said he got the
Zell said
Pacers.
he
Okay.
got the Pacers. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm
Zell
right.
I
got
got
the
the
Pacers
Pacers.
on the sweep. It sound like you
What's
got the
up,
sweep.
Zell? You said they was going in 7. Now you got
I said 7, but after that first game, man, it might get spooky, man.
I can't let y'all
What
jump
it
Zell,
might
man. I'm riding with Zell,
get
Stop
man.
talking in riddles. What you got? What's the game? What's the
No, I said I got the Pacers. Like what we talking about? This game picks, right?
No, I'm saying the game. You got
okay.
it going 5 now or what?
I mean, I still stick with my 7 and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
I
Zell,
got
you
them
ain't
winning
crazy,
today.
Zell. You know
He
that shit was crazy. They got
Nah,
lucky in
but
game 1, man. They about to put that
I'm just
seatbelt
saying,
on them boys
like,
tonight. I ain't gonna lie to you.
like
He talking about
before the final started, I said Rick Carlisle is the key, and he showed us that from game 1 that he's the
Rick.
better coach.
But
He's the
look,
better
Uh,
coach.
Rick Carlisle is elite.
but
I'm
just
just saying, like they didn't. You gotta think about OKC beat them, blew them out in the regular season. They
Gonna
only
do it
led
again.
hey,
0.3 seconds in that first game. So it's
hey,
like
but
So
just 'cause I
doesn't
said
it
this,
sound like the
out
team
of
is
that
better?
whole time, I feel like Rick Carlisle and the Pacers they gonna figure out a way.
hey, but just because I said OKC wasn't gonna win it all like a month ago, like, remember we was arguing that EJ, I said ain't that they was
I
ready.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Just for the sake of the argument of
They
being a dick,
ready.
fuck OKC, Pacers
They
and C. Just for the sake of the
Pacers and
argument, fuck
6.
the Pacers and
Man,
6.
Lou
You just
Dort
a
about to have
hater.
them.
You just
Lou
a
Dort
hater.
about to have them.
No, I'm not a hater. Look, I think OKC
You
is
just
the
a hater,
better
nigga. What
team.
you talking
But
about?
now listen. I think OKC the better team. But just because I said it a
They
couple
are.
episodes ago, I'm gonna stay what I said. Fuck it. I ain't switching teams. Let it what it is.
Listen, I got OKC in 5.
Me
They
too.
finna run
They
4
win the
straight.
next 4.
Oh,
They
they
finna win the
sweeping.
next 4.
Man, the
I got
next
them
4
in the
four.
next
street.
4,
They
man. What you
dead.
talking
They
about?
dead. Lou Dort about to
Okay.
Yeah.
have Lou Dort gonna guard Pat McAfee at the crib. We guarding everybody. They locked
This
up.
dude.